Okay, headphones, because I forgot that they can't hear you without them.
Yes, excellent. I am the crazy voice in your mind.
Hi,
Kill them,
Bones.
Kiki. I demand it.
Hi.
Howdy.
You need to be able to hear Bones because sometimes she makes some of the best commentary.
Well, that
I do what I can.
it'd be silly for there to be a 4-person podcast and only 2 of the people actually able to communicate with one another. Yeah,
It'd be rather odd.
I'll send smoke signals from Minnesota.
we won't see them. We'll just assume it's pollution from LA.
Yeah, right?
Oh, I thought you'd go for the obvious answer, which is forest fires.
It's the wrong season.
It's never the wrong season for forest fires.
Well, no. Now it's like farm fires or house fires.
Oh,
We're in that season now.
so it's winter.
Yeah. It's winter. It's so fucking cold outside. Oh, I hate that cat. Making me have to go out in that weather. Get
Yeah,
down
we
on
were kind of looking at it weird when you guys were walking out. I'm like, I think that's Michelle.
Yeah. Having to get down on the asphalt to look under cars. I am going to murder him. Lovingly.
True.
Murder him lovingly. I'm actually probably just going to give him a bath, which he'll hate. But
Murder him lovingly.
yes. You know, like a Jewish mother.
Oh, okay.
Why can't you be a doctor like your older brother?
Mm-hmm.
But Mom, I'm a comedian. Why can't you be a lawyer like your other older brother? Okay, Mom, I'll go to law school. Why are you giving up on your dreams, son?
That's about the size of it.
I was raised Roman Catholic, same idea.
Yeah, pretty much.
I wasn't.
You know, everybody talks about how different Catholics and Jews are, but hey, we're cut from the same cloth, so...
All I had to do, and I didn't even actually have to do it, was get a GED.
No. In my house,
Which I have. I also have an associate's degree. Okay.
in my
It's
house,
useless.
once you graduated from high school, you had to do one of a couple things. And it was your choice. You either joined the military, went to college, or got a job.
Well,
Yeah, that was...
my dad got a GED in his, I want to say, 40s, so he didn't care.
I
I
tried.
was always going to go to school, so it was never an issue, so I just went to school. I actually got a job, too, but that was a different deal altogether.
Well, I tried joining the military, and after they discharged me, right before boot camp was over,
That's the shit.
yeah,
You get that far, and was it a medical discharge?
technically yes.
Oh, you're one of those lucky people.
I'm one of those crazy mother hovers that they don't want. No, they discharged me with a mental disorder of, which they classified as a personality disorder.
Ah,
I'm thinking in the back of my mind, that's 95% of America, if not more at this point. Yeah, we all have mental disabilities. I think it's the the new mutation. It's not really new, we're just better at crossing it. I think we're getting ready to be in space.
You're already in space. There are people in space right now.
No, I meant like living.
There are people living in space right now.
She's talking about the general population.
we're still
Yeah.
we're still about a half a century away from.
I'm
living
talking
in
about
space.
Wally.
No, we're not. If the world got that fucked right this fucking second, we'd be screwed. We don't have that tech yet.
Yeah, but I'm saying
What
that's
tech?
what we're getting ready for.
The Wally life ship tech.
Not Wally.
No.
Wally.
Wally.
No, we don't.
You're just jealous that I can.
If aliens took over right now, we'd be screwed.
I don't know. It might be nice.
Why do you think aliens would want to come to this little Blackwater hellhole?
Where's my cup?
I hate to tell you this, but we're kind of on the outside, edge of our galaxy. The galactic core is 1,000 light years that way.
I don't know where your cup is.
Did you leave it in the kitchen, maybe?
What does it look like?
It's brown.
It's brown. It's a cup.
It's not one of the owl cups. Thank you.
Non-owl brown cup.
Well, there are brown cups that are owls, so.
So many owls, all the owls, all the time.
My slippers are owls.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was going to tell you. Those are really
Reservation.
cute slippers.
Those are perfect for Kiki. They keep her from getting cold.
Oh, they're so warm, and they've got grippies on the bottom. So I'm less likely
so
to
you
fall
fall
in the
less.
fucking kitchen. Although in general I fall less because I have the wherewithal to move my knee.
Well, you know how gets mad at me for wearing no shoes outside?
It's Grieve right now, but yes.
Grieve. Walks. She gets
I
pissed
understand
off
what
at me
she's talking about.
for not wearing shoes outside.
I do that all the time.
I do it because in third, fourth, and fifth grade, I was in Hawaii. You didn't wear shoes. It wasn't even a requirement to go in 90% of the stores. Okay?
Most of the time I can't feel my fucking feet, so I'm like, whatever.
Yeah. So, I have adapted to the factor that I'm used to walking around with no shoes on, and I haven't really, unless it's been required.
Okay, in the words
So-
of your mother-in-law, you must be high.
I'm not high today.
The only brown cup I could find was on the kitchen counter, and it was empty.
Yeah, it should be empty. My
Oh.
tea's right here.
Oh.
See?
She wanted the cup so she could fill it. Good God, pay attention.
But,
So, I've got, and I admit the bottoms of my feet are kind of rough from it, but I've adapted. I like walking around barefoot. I won't wear shoes if I don't have to.
That's the dog. Yeah, that's it.
Well, we were talking.
Okay, you're not high, I'm high.
We were talking to our neighbors, and I was out there barefoot. She grabbed her slippers and told me to put them on. Well, I forgot that I wasn't actually wearing shoes before we went to the
Ringo,
store.
go on.
And I'm walking around in Walmart in slippers,
Oh my God, you're one of the people of Walmart.
right?
I have totally gone to Walmart in pajamas. Fuck it, it's Walmart. It's not like I'm going to meet the governor.
Oh, come on, they're comfy.
I know this, but I know these people.
They're comfortable.
You gotta remember, I used to be a Walmart drone.
Mm.
I'm trying to figure out how these are supposed to go in my ears. They just stick in. All that.
Something like that.
It happens.
That's why I liked my headphones so much, because they locked into your ear.
You cannot escape the headphones?
Well, they're those,
You can never get free.
weird looking ones. But anyways, it's the only, like, ones like that I can wear because they're not too small and they fit in there just right. But if you put them in your ear, and then a little bit, it locks into your ear so they don't come out as easy.
No, I like the little ones that go over the back here.
Oh yeah, they
That's
have
good,
those
I got
ones
it.
in the same thing
Yeah.
too.
I got the Sony MD-1000s, which are basically, they sit on the edge of your ear canal, but then they hook around your ear so they don't come off. My problem being is that because I have a big head, whatever you call it, the things on the sides of my glasses squeeze everything. So I have to find stuff that doesn't make them hurt.
That was a
That's
picture
what
of
I
a little
forgot.
kid holding a kitty. What? Glasses. She got
It's okay.
glasses. We're not playing a game or anything. So.
Bones and I already did that.
Well, I was gonna say we
I
haven't.
died a lot.
And died a lot. What were you guys playing?
Minecraft. Playing a custom map. I saw the Yogs class playing it in Yogscast, and I was like, or I guess Simon and Lewis, and I was like, oh man, they got a custom map, and Kiki's like, I wonder if we could play it. I'm like, yeah, we can play it. I'm like, okay, well that's what we're gonna do. So we played it. And it took an hour, but we did it.
Oh.
It was kind of dumb.
I don't know, for a Minecraft recreation of a AAA game, it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
What? Hi. Not hi. Hi.
Hey, have you seen Kyle? He's about this tall.
No. I'm too Jewish for this. Oh, are you kidding me?
God,
the girl that was showing me how to properly duck walk. Well, you were doing it wrong.
I was sitting at work today. And I was talking to my boss, and he's like, how you doing today, Cupcake? I'm like, I'm super. Thanks for asking. And he goes, I'm sorry, Cupcake. You can't do that at work. It's just way too offensive. What? Being super? What? I don't get the problem. What's the issue? He's like, oh, God. That was way too cartoony. We can't have that. This is a serious piece of business. Oh! Okay.
Serious place of business? Well, he has a new job now. Oh, by
yeah,
the way, he
sorry.
no longer works in porn.
Oh!
Good job.
Yeah. I work for
I remember you telling me you got a new
sales
job,
for a home
but you didn't
improvement
tell me
company.
the no porn part. No, he works for. You just said it. I'm
a supplier of home improvement. Basically, like it's a Midwestern chain of basically like Lowe's, Home Depots.
But he makes more money, so yay! Yay!
Yeah. They pay me better money. Bigger company. So as a basic salesperson, I make more money than I did doing my old job. And I have no responsibility, which is just freaking fantastic.
They're distracted by an animated gif of a cat on my screen, I'm sorry.
It reminds me of you being sneaky.
Yeah.
What?
They're cats.
Oh.
Yui is a really fat Siamese, and Miki is a really, really tiny spazoid. That looks almost exactly like the Siamese. Okay. Everybody done eating? Yes. Everybody ready?
Think so.
No.
Think so? No? Too bad.
I'll never be ready.
Hello and welcome to episode 59 of the Super Happy Fun Jabbertron Tea Party podcast with Kiki, Bones, Faith, and Grieve. Put the kettle on and prepare for some mindless ranting.
Hi, Bones! Hi, Bones! Hi, Bones!
I plead the fifth! You can't make me talk! This isn't Soviet America! I mean, wait, what?
I don't know, have you seen America lately? Damn you and bringing your tiny cupcakes. Ooh, can I get one of those? She brought tiny cupcakes. I want a red one.
But tiny cupcakes are good.
I hate all of you.
I bet
Look,
you.
it's a mini you.
I bet you Bones wish that he had this.
I mean, I could go to Walmart and get some, but...
Dude, the Christmas ones are half off.
I know, I already bought a case of them. They were half off yesterday.
Your Walmart was open yesterday?
They were open.
Ours were. Ours was closed.
I
For the
know.
holiday.
It opened at like 6 p.m.
Okay. That's weird.
They wanted that extra 6 hours of business, don't you know?
Don't you know?
It's because the Cub in town opened at 6 p.m. And they didn't want to. It's a super Walmart, so it's got a grocery side.
Yeah.
They didn't want to lose out any sales to Cub.
What's a cub? Yeah, what's a cub?
It's it's a supermarket.
No, okay.
They're owned by Super Value.
Okay, so
You guys are funny.
yes, I'm also going to be keeping an ear out in case my annoying cat makes noise on the other side of the fence, so I can bring his stupid ass in because he's an idiot.
Yes, he is an idiot.
Love him to death and everything.
I'm
Idiot.
gonna say, I can feel the love for this cat.
You know what? If his dumbass would just come back in a few hours, I would let him outside. But no, you gotta go get him. Yeah, because he just runs outside on his own, and then finds somewhere to hide, and sits there and cries. Anyway.
We lure my dog back with salami. Seriously, I'm not joking.
Ooh,
We
pardon.
found out he loves salami. I don't even know why.
I don't really have to worry about Ringo running off. Even when he gets off his leash, he just comes right back to you.
Yeah, because he's freaked out by too many things.
Yeah.
The dog is afraid of children.
Well, I think that comes from possible abuse before we got him. Because it's only kids, like people he's all for.
And childlike laughter. I have seen him cringe when he has heard children laughing.
He's gotten a bit better about it, but it's probably because of all the kids running around.
And isn't he also afraid of sprinklers
He's afraid of water.
in general?
Unless
it's in his hole.
Really, I wouldn't say afraid as much as he's a prissy little fuck.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, let's talk about anime! Yay! And not annoying pets.
Yay!
Bones was
Sorry.
terribly ill recently and is still recovering.
I spent 2 weeks with a horrible viral infection that's just now going away. This is the last strain because it's this cough. It was really fun too because right after I got my new job, basically I went to the new place and then immediately caught whatever the hell was going around the staff and just got terribly ill.
That's part of their initiation hazing, clearly.
Yeah, no.
What are you missing?
Well,
What are you going after?
did I tell you, Kiki, that I just closed a deal with a private collector?
Yeah, you were talking about, I forget what it was for.
I was in negotiations for the last week with a private collector, and I got Generator
Brawl?
Angel Links, Trouble Chocolate, and Galaxy Angel S and Galaxy Angel X for like $60.
Weird.
I'm waiting on her to send it. She's supposed to send it today, but she didn't, so I think on Monday I'll harass her again and be like, you gonna send it or what? Because you're paid.
Bones and his anime habit.
Mm-hmm. Gotta pay. Gotta feed the habit.
I heard there's an anonymous group for that.
Well, it's not in any way getting in the way of his life, so he doesn't really.
I really need to watch Handmaid May again. Should probably do that. In other news, Power DVD is a shitty product.
Didn't you recently pay for that?
I did. Shut up.
Okay.
I got a good deal on it. I only paid like $40 for a $120 item, and
Now you know
but it's
why.
only good for Blu-rays.
No, it's software to watch Blu-rays.
It's like the best software on the market. That's why it's so expensive. But it's only good for that. I tried watching DVDs with it, and it's just terrible.
And that's why
VLC does a way better job. I was really happy I found Arc the Lad that last couple weeks too. I gotta watch that at some point. I've gotten so much anime in like the last couple weeks. I just like I've watched nothing because I've been so sick, just brutally ill.
Well, we did manage to watch the new episode of Crystal while you were sick.
Which was awesome.
Yes, it's there's only one more episode left before the end of the first arc.
I know, I'm so far behind.
So excited to see Chibiusa. I love their designs.
Because we just did T-Point, and the next episode will be the last fight against King of Color.
It's already that far ahead.
Yeah, it goes at the manga's pace, which is really fucking fast. There's no fluff.
Oh my god.
Which means there is a little bit of less character-driven episodes for other people, but at the same time, it's not that bad. It's like, it's a bit better than the manga. They're not like fucking Blake Slates. Yeah. Which is what I had the problem with the manga. It got better, but
it's entirely possible if they get renewed for another year that we're gonna end up seeing S and Super S get made into.
Because I would really love to have a non-shitty version of Super S. I don't know.
Oh, Super S is bad. I mean, it's just bad. I will be buying Crystal when it comes out on DVD, which is inevitable. Probably after the first year's arc is done airing, they'll bring it out. I'm sure. I gotta get seasons 1 and season 5 of Yu-Gi-Oh! I've got 2, 3, and 4. I should look into that now that Christmas is over. I love me some Yu-Gi-Oh! It's so good. Have I watched anything since the last time we've recorded? I don't think I have.
I think Crystal was the only thing we watched. I don't know.
Yeah, because I've just been so sick.
I watched the last bit of Legend of Korra, but I think I'm the only one.
Oh, look at me!
Yeah. So it has a wonderful ending.
I didn't like Korra.
What's wrong with Korra?
Same problem I have with like every other show that pretty much goes well and then they switch up their characters. I liked the Airbender.
Well, he occasionally comes up. I mean, his entire family is behind her.
I know, but I liked the first series.
Well, it's not like the second series means it doesn't exist. If anything, it proves it exists more.
I know, I just don't like it. I don't think it has the same.
It's not meant to. It's heart. It's supposed to be for a more adult audience.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why it has bisexual characters. Woo!
I did not know that.
Korra saw me forever!
Yeah, the reason they got away with that is because basically Nickelodeon basically wrote them off after season 3. Mm. They would never be able to get that on TV had it not been for the fact that they basically just said, we're done with you. You can make season 4, but we don't want to talk to you anymore.
Mm-hmm. Which is sad, but it was a great season. Really built up the whole Korra's been through some really twisted shit. Considering every season almost ends with somebody trying to murder the fuck out of her. Which is how it goes. When you're the Avatar player.
Yeah.
And there's bad guys.
I'm not even sure that she really knows what we're talking about.
It's okay, Bones and I are talking, and I know what I'm talking about. But it's good, because even though it's not the best representation of a bisexual character, it's a canon representation of a bisexual character, and that's the good part.
And of color.
Yes, because she ain't white.
Yeah, she is. What the hell are you talking about? Just ask M. Night Shyamalama Ding Dong when he makes the next Avatar
God,
movie.
Ew. Yeah, let's make a race based on Inuit people acted by white people.
I mean, literally, Avatar is a cast of all people of color.
Yeah, it's people of color cast.
It's not obvious with some of the nations, but they're all based off of, non-Caucasian nation states.
Which is
another
another good
what
thing.
they are, but
well, they're a mixture of Asian.
Just Asian culture in general.
Yeah, mostly
technically
Asian.
Inuit is.
Yeah, because Inuit's Asian, so technically. So yeah, it's a mixture of the different sorts of cultures you see in Asian culture, because Asian's not like one fucking nation, just like Africa or any other culture is not purely one thing.
Yeah.
That's like saying American culture. Not the same thing everywhere, so. It's not. It uses that to both be a representation of real-world aspects and a fantasy land. It does it very well.
Indeed.
I think it was hysterical. You know what I did today?
What?
Somebody came up and automatically just started speaking Spanish to me. Could not understand what the hell they wanted. I looked right at them and went, English, please. And they started speaking to me in English.
Well, yeah.
I think that's freaking ridiculous.
Well, a lot of people around here assume that if you don't look like Swedish fucking white, like I do, you're clearly Hispanic, even though we have a wide range of ethnic groups in this town.
Yeah. The range is, like, really...
Just like people who always assume that because we went to high school here we speak Spanish. This isn't Southern California. And I know for a long time that's all you could learn, but that doesn't mean people kept it up.
Yeah.
Like, when my brother went to high school, you could still learn French and German and shit. Like, it does not come up enough in my daily life to know Spanish. If I lived in Southern California, probably. But this is, I know it's not super North California, but this is central Northern California. While we have a large Hispanic portion of our population, most of them speak English.
I still maintain that if you're gonna go live and stay in another country, that you find out what that country's majorly or most
Main
widely
language.
spoken language is, and learn it.
Well, that assumes they
Okay.
have the ability to do that before they get
Please don't bring this up. Because your ancestors who came to this country probably didn't speak the language either.
But they
Actually, my
learned-
great-grandfather, before he left Italy, learned English, speaking, reading,
Mine didn't.
writing.
Mine spoke Polish and spoke German.
Well, my ancestors came down from Canada, so. But no,
But, okay,
our founding ancestors did not speak the language.
eventually along the line, obviously, because we are speaking English, our ancestors had to learn it.
Well,
No, their children learned it.
yeah.
It's the whole reason when people get upset because people move here, they don't know the language. Well, their children and their grandchildren will be naturalized Americans.
No, no, the
Give it
language.
time.
It's not an issue of I'm going there, I need to learn the language. That implies they have access to all the resources and the ability to do so before coming here, and or that they're staying here long enough to warrant learning the language.
Well, that's what we're saying. If they're going to stay here to live, if they're coming over here to live, they should at least try to learn English.
And that's normally something that happens after effect, because that's not exactly usually something they can get. Depending on where they're coming from.
Well, my point of view is it not necessarily before you come to the country, but if you're planning on going to the country and you're planning on living there,
But again, though,
you should learn it once you get here at least. You should
Well,
try.
that again implies a resource aspect that's not viable.
Keep in mind that the majority of American expats don't learn the languages where they go either.
Although apparently,
You don't
if you
hear-
go to France and you're not a native French speaker, they hate you talking French to them because they can hear
Yeah.
it that you're not French.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't have that deep French accent.
I think I
It
could pull
depends.
It off.
If you're trying to be honest about the fact, like David Sedaris, who is a writer, married a gentleman who his family was French. He was born and raised in Africa. Long story. His boyfriend's, I guess actually husband's father was a diplomat. And he talks about when they moved to France and took over the cottage in Normandy, and how all the local townspeople thought it was adorable that he was trying to speak French and learn French. And he was very honest about the fact that he didn't speak a lick of French. But they were very understanding, and he was very surprised by that, how polite and understanding they were about the fact that he was a dumb American.
Hmm.
Well,
He was born and raised in South Carolina.
then many or European countries commonly have English secondarily, so it's easier
Yeah.
to get away with.
The rest of the world learns English because it's the language of business.
Hmm.
Which is why commonly
And
done
aviation, actually.
And someday it'll be Chinese.
No, it won't.
If Firefly is right.
It probably won't. Like, Chinese is only a big power because it's so big, but not elsewhere.
Where did we hear that? Oh, the talk radio station that you got me stuck on because it's like the only thing that'll come up.
I got you stuck on it. Your radio was already on it when we turned it to AM.
Yeah, but I never listened to it before.
I don't listen to it unless my grandfather is in the car with me and he's listening to it. Well, obviously I listen to it in your truck now, but you know.
Yeah, and I heard it on there that like somewhere in the government or whatever, they're predicting that in the next like 20, 30 years or whatever, especially in this region of the United States, the most widely spoken language and what the majority of business and everything will be conducted in is Spanish.
That's impossible. That sounds like it's coming from a place of racism, because English is still the most commonly spoken language in America and in many of our associated countries.
I know. I think it was just somebody being
Most commonly spoken language in private, maybe. Business, never.
No, business commonly will be, even though America does not have an official language, we speak English. Our neighbors, from a high society standpoint, speak English. Most people we do business with at least speak English as a second language. That's why China will never take over language-wise. They learn English to talk to us. Yeah. We are a terrible superpower.
I just think it's funny that that was the thing in Firefly. Was that, like, the most widely spoken language at that point was,
It was a mix of English and Chinese. Yeah. The point was, though, that those were the two cultures that made it to space.
Yeah. It wasn't just Chinese, it was Mandarin Chinese.
That's where they were coming from. Although, lots of other countries are very much in the space race now, which is nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, what is it, the European Space Program? The other one? The ESA, or... Yeah,
the European Space Program is a little weird because it's
a collection.
It's like a dozen countries pooling their resources.
Yeah, they're the ones who landed that thing on the comet. India's doing stuff, China's doing stuff, Japan's doing stuff.
Oh god. That poor guy in the comet thing.
Oh god. It bounced.
What bounced?
When he tried to land the probe on the comet, it bounced. So it came back down on its side. It still works. It's just not how they wanted it. They were able to. Weren't they able to like move a solar panel to turn it or something? Yeah.
I'm not referring to the bad landing. I'm referring to the shirt he was wearing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because he was. Yeah.
I'm so glad that finally died down. That poor bastard.
I'm sorry. Am I supposed to know what everybody was talking about?
He wore a terribly inappropriate shirt to be shown on the media.
He wore a really kitschy.
It had chicks in bikinis with guns on it. When you're talking to the media, that's probably not the best shirt for it.
And they just basically sodomized him. No pun intended.
And considering, especially lately, there's been a lot of scrutiny towards the science world because, you know, it's a boys' club. He didn't think anything of it because in all rights he was just wearing a shirt. But because it was shown on television, it became part of the issue because he didn't think of it.
Well, see, I look at it this way. Something had just happened. They were in the moment. He's talking to the news. He probably forgot what shirt he was wearing. I've done it before.
He probably didn't care, but again, I know I'm usually one to say who the fuck cares what you're wearing, but at the same time, if the world is going to see it, maybe take a moment.
Here's the important thing. The only country that took offense to it was the American media. Yeah. No one else cared.
Yeah. Everybody else was like, comment!
That's because the American media has a giant stick up their ass.
Well, that's also because it was recently in the media stuff about women in science. Because, especially here in America, many women do get science degrees, but never really work in the field.
Let me put it this way. If a guy wearing a shirt on television is the barrier to you getting into hard science, then you are not prepared for the real barriers, being a woman trying to get into hard science.
Because, again, it's a boys' club. It's misogynistic as any other industry. So.
I mean, that gentleman is, for all intents and purposes, from the sounds of it, was a kind, caring human being who just wore an inappropriate shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the worst of his sins that day. And
I'd have to say, if I was going to find anything like a step back in getting women somewhere, would be actually a bunch of women freaking out about a frickin' t-shirt.
It wasn't really women, it was just the media freaking out about it. Yeah. That brought it to women. Well, it brought it to women's attention in a... They didn't frame it right. They distinctly pointed it out like he was making a massive faux pas as opposed to, whoops, I wore a funny shirt. Yeah. It was the way it was presented. At the same time, it makes the actual issues look silly when they're not.
Yeah. I'm not saying the issues are silly. I'm saying when that's made a point of contention in the issue as like an actual, like, legitimate, like, standing point for, like, sticking point, it makes everything else look stupid because it's like, you're gonna lose your shit over a shirt when there are other, like, more serious issues.
Yeah.
The shirt's a small thing in the scheme of things.
Now, if he had, like, said something or...
And that was the whole thing. He's, he immediately, like, they interviewed him again a week later, and he was bawling his eyes out. And he's like, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize I was having this effect on people. I'm very sorry I've made a terrible mistake. I've ruined the reputation of my team and my organization over something that I wore that I was wearing because my friend made it for me, and I was so happy to have it. And I've made a terrible mistake, and please forgive me. And I'm going like, Jesus, okay, holy crap, it's a shirt.
Yeah, we talked about this before. It wasn't even that offensive of a shirt. It's not like it said, I'll rape your daughter or something.
It's the kind of shirt that a teenage kid, like, in high school would wear. It's the adult equivalent of, like, the DBZ button-down shirts.
Do you remember the shirt that guy that we used to know in high school used to tease about wearing to Disneyland?
I forget what actually the phrase was.
Your little princess is my little whore.
Yeah.
And there's a little slot so that you can take a Polaroid of somebody and stick it in and stick it in the slot so that you're walking around with this picture of this girl. And he was joking around saying he was going to go to Disneyland wearing this shirt and take random pictures of random girls.
Yeah, he would have not been allowed in.
See, that's misogynistic.
Yeah. It's just a joke. It's not a joke.
That's straight up misogynistic and a little scary.
If we were gonna do like anything like I seriously wish that when we were in high school that we would have had, and I got the idea from New Girl, the douchebag jar.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know what? He would have been emptying his pockets on a daily basis.
At that time. And even now, he was too poor to do that.
Okay, he'd be writing IOUs. He'd be IOUing himself into debt because he was such a big, just every comment he made.
Mm-hmm.
But,
yeah. Internalized misogyny is a big part of American culture.
Yeah.
Patriarchy. Oh, anyway. What were we talking about? I know we always end up on social justice, but what were we talking about? Were we talking about Sailor Moon? How did we get here?
We started at Sailor Moon, and then I said something about we started talking about the space program. I said the probe, and we talked about the probe, and I went to the shirt because that was the big thing. Like, it wasn't about what the probe did when it landed. It was all about the guy's shirt for the next, like, month. And the whole probe got buried under his shirt. I mean, here, not anywhere else. Everywhere else it was all about the probe, but here it was all about his shirt. And they just ragged on him over and over again.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. Well, at least Curiosity's still doing good stuff, even though it's got a messed up tire or tread or something. I don't remember exactly.
Oh, yeah.
It had to take a picture of it, and it was really neat.
Mm-hmm.
But yes.
Well, it did well for what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like the second or third time we've ever tried that.
It found stuff on Mars. Yay! It's really all we wanted, so. It takes nice pictures.
Looking for life?
No, they're not. They're looking for evidence of possibility in just stuff. Like, we now have plenty of evidence that says probably at one point there was water on Mars. There might be frozen stuff too. I'm not going to talk too factually because I haven't looked at the stuff in a while.
Basically, they found ice and organic compounds in the middle soil on Mars, which confirms their thesis that basically, this blew my mind. The whole reason why Mars doesn't have an atmosphere is it's just small enough that it doesn't have the gravitational pull to keep atmosphere together. Like, it's almost as big as the Earth. If Mars was the same size as Earth, it would be able to hold an atmosphere to its surface. Because it's just a little bit smaller, it's just below that point, the atmosphere is slowly degassed off into space.
And that's why Mars is cold.
And that's why you could never actually terraform Mars.
Yeah.
It's just not big enough.
If you do all you want to it, you're not going to make an atmosphere happen. Unless we have, like, somehow sci-fi magic satellite atmosphere systems.
Yes!
And even then, if we had that technology, we probably have the ability to just live in fucking spaceships. Just make our own solar system.
Mm-hmm. Go visit Andromeda.
Hi, Andromeda, how are you doing?
It's always fun to try to explain to somebody that Star Trek takes place completely in the Milky Way galaxy.
Yeah. People don't realize that it's fucking big. It's not just this solar system. We're small.
We're on one little arm.
Yep. We're on one little arm, on one little bit of this really big galaxy. Yep.
With likely a supermassive black hole at its center.
Black hole. Black
Great,
hole.
now I have that song stuck in my head.
Black hole sun?
What now?
What?
Black hole sun.
No.
Supermassive.
Oh, okay.
Supermassive.
It was on the Disco Vampire movie.
Disco
Twilight. Twilight.
Oh.
This is what I call the Cullens. And it's actually because of my dad. When Twilight was all the rage and the movies were starting to come out,
yeah.
My cousin was talking about it at Thanksgiving, and my dad had made the comment of, I want to know why they sparkle. Is this like disco vampire or something? So ever since I've been calling them disco vampires. They're like the disco ball of vampires.
Mm-hmm.
We should hang one from the ceiling and shine a light on it, and then totally have a party.
I feel like it would be easier just to get a disco ball. Or go to a different genre of vampire, and either they're so rich to buy one, or like you make friends with a Ravnos who glamours one up.
There we go.
Oh God.
Is it Rav? I forget what the term is. I don't think it's actually glamour. It's fairy. But they make it happen. It's real bunny ears.
Right. Glamoring in the vampire world is basically taking control over somebody mind-wise. Making them do whatever you want them to.
For masquerade, masquerade. That depends on the type of vampire. Yep.
Which one's your hubby?
I never
He's a
played.
Ventrue. He
I knew it was a
those dogs.
Ventrue or Bruja.
He's a Ventrue.
God, it's been years since I've even...
He likes political dramas.
Yeah. I bet he watched a lot of West Wing.
He's never seen West Wing.
I never played it dirty.
Yeah.
I never played it dirty bloodsucker. I was always a wet fur kind of guy.
As in werewolf?
Yep.
Yeah.
Get a Fenris.
Mm-hmm. We used to, way back in the day, we used to be part of this werewolf life group.
I don't even want to get into it.
It's sad. You know, part of me. With good reason. It's fucking cold out there. I know, right? And I don't want to sit and.
I remember how
I'm not
cold I
having
used to be because it was so much fun originally because we got to dress the way that we felt like our character would, and I got to wear a lot of tight clothing and skirts and heels and all that kind of stuff. Because I was a toreador.
Yes, you were a toreador.
I was a toreador.
You were a fake toreador.
I was not a fake toreador.
The guy made up rules and gave you dragon wings because he wanted to fuck you.
But he never did.
Oh, joy.
That game went under so fast because he would just give girls shit thinking that they would want him, and then he would, you know, essentially become a douche. Because how dare you not give me what I want?
Yeah.
Even though we never made any sort of deal like that, I was just giving you shit. Yeah.
He never became a douche to me. I think I left before he
Yeah,
got to that
that
point.
game crumbled because he just exploded one night. And people were like, dude, no.
I thought it was hilarious.
I think some days I'd like to go to game and play a nice Malkavian, but at the same time, I'm like, it's cold. We record on those nights, and it's cold because they fucking play outside, so it's cold.
And as many times as she can say, it's cold. She
It's
will
still
say,
What she's trying to get across is it's more than anything else, it's the fact that it's cold and she's old and she doesn't want to go out in the cold.
That, and we record on those nights.
Yeah.
or at least we try to.
Well, that's really irrelevant. We can record any night.
Should I tell them about the LARPing thing that me and my friends did?
We intentionally record on these nights though, because hubby doesn't like to be in the background. Even though he's hilarious, he doesn't like it.
I don't know why he doesn't just join us one night, because I think it'd be hilarious.
Special guest.
Because he... How do I explain it? Narcissism, but not in the limelight.
So if you pushed him out on stage, he'd stand there and...
Actually, no. If he's like...
It's not stage fright.
If he's telling like a speech or something, he's perfect. But he, like...
He doesn't like being in the limelight.
Yeah. And he doesn't feel like he's into enough of the same stuff. So, whatever. It's his decision.
Interesting.
I'm not going to force my hubby to do things.
Yeah. I only did... Oh, I did a couple of LARPing things, but the one I remember the most was the one that we created. That one was fun. But I don't know if that's because of the power I had in the game or not.
It's usually people find something fun because of what they have out of it.
I certainly found that Shadowrun game where I murdered everyone hilariously fun.
Yeah.
But I didn't abuse my power though. Remember I was telling you. I had the option, but I didn't. we took... It was in the middle of all the Harry Potter stuff. We took a cross between... And this is gonna sound really, really weird, but Buffy, Charmed, Harry Potter, and, my brain just left my head. Underworld.
Okay.
You know, Kate Beckinsale and all that crap.
That's not that weird.
No, but we crossed them all together, but the weird part about it was we were allowed to either create our own character, which is what I originally set out to do, was create my own character and just have my own thing. Well, my friends decided no. I had to start with at least the base of, or the other option was to start, there's two different options, other options. The other two options were you could start with the base character from one of the shows and just use it as a base for your character, or you could just be that person. Well, my friends took a cross between the character that I was creating and Faith from Buffy. And crossed it all together, and somehow or another I ended up being a Slayer that was related to the Charmed Ones and was also a half-breed of a werewolf and a vampire.
Wow.
That sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, I know it was not my choice, but I ended up being a half-breed that could do magic, that went to magic school and to Hogwarts. And I had to do Slayer training. So I spent like half of my schooling at Hogwarts, half of it at the magic school, and my weekends were spent training for slaying.
Jesus Christ almighty.
Yeah, so, and I ended up being up there in the powerful rankings, but I got offered the ability to freeze time from the powers that be, and I told them no because it would make the game way too boring. So.
Good God.
I had fun with it though.
That's like I was the only survivor of 3 werewolf campaigns in different eras, and the third time we did it, I had become, and every time I rolled a new character back to the beginning, and the third time I got so lucky with my stat rolls that I killed the big bad in the first encounter. Literally took her head clean off her shoulders in one shot. And my DM was just like, well, you just ruined the campaign. Congratulations. You just defeated the entire campaign in one session by accidentally killing the big bad.
That's not your fault. That's his fault. You always make backup plans.
You're right.
As someone who has on many occasions had to have made backup plans.
He thought he was smart. They stole the sarcophagus of the prince of the like local vampire clan or whatever, and I was chasing them, and they had it in the back of a dump truck, and I had the ability as a werewolf to sharpen my claws on metal. It was in the back of a dump truck. The entire bed of a dump truck is heavy steel. So I literally just dragged my claws across pulled my hands out and dragged my claws up to the front of the dump truck, and then just destroyed them with like a +5 to all of my rolls. And literally, in the first swipe, I permanently crippled the character. In the second swipe, I took their head clean off their shoulders. I didn't actually roll. The first time I rolled a character for the Werewolves of the Wild West campaign, I got the family trait of immunity to silver. And then that carried through to every character. So every character later on and the farther down the timeline carried that family trait. So the dude freaking stabs me with silver thinking like he's got me beat. And I'm like, you do remember that my character's doesn't suffer from any of the side effects from being hit with silver, right? Oh shit. Because it was supposed to like stun me or some shit. I just destroyed this dude, and he's like, I completely forgot about that. And it just destroyed the bad guy in one shot, and like literally killed him. And they're just like, he's like, I don't know what to do. I guess the campaign's over. He had no other ideas of what to do with the campaign after that, because I just destroyed his plans for like the next month. Just like, and I was no one was supposed to survive in the first campaign because the fortress was collapsing, but I took all these athletic feats. So basically, I picked up the one person from our group that I wanted to save, threw her on my back, and then like turned into a wolf, threw her on my back, and then basically exploded out of one of the windows as the entire fortress was collapsing in on itself, and survived. And I did that every campaign. So my lineage continued through every campaign, and I was just getting more and more powerful.
Nice.
Because I got to keep all of the family traits from each generation. So by the time we got to the third campaign setting, I had 2 fully fledged characters make it out alive with all their traits attached. I was immune to silver. I was a family of renown. I had totems. We had objects of power, because obviously objects of power were passed down through the family.
Of course.
And it was, father to son. So I had all kinds of objects of power, and I had, runic tattoos that were carried through the family, and it was just like, that's silly. I rolled well. It wasn't like I was a power gamer.
Yeah.
I just rolled well.
Mm-hmm.
I built characters that weren't really good for anything, but they were great survivors.
You know what I was very good at game?
Dying.
No.
Being the bubbly girl in the tiny tight clothes.
So that's super.
She was the distraction.
Actually, the majority of the time, yeah.
I was the diplomat one game, which was hilarious because I was basically the big guy.
Yeah.
Okay, don't feel bad. We used to do the same crap to my sister.
I remember this Shadowrun game that I think we only played twice because there was just so many people. It was a bitch to get together.
And we did it to her outside of the game.
And her and the other chick were pretty much the same fucking character because the other one has no imagination. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember who she was talking about.
So being the only smart woman of the group, I don't remember why, but I just threw them both in the room and it worked out.
You were like, I'm gonna throw them in the room.
Either they'll die and I'll be fine with that, or it'll work out and I'll be fine with it.
You know the one where I got to be like bubbly, big-breasted idiot, but was really good with guns.
I don't have most of your characters.
So you were Grenader?
I like the idea that because the majority of the time, where I do find it a little insulting that, Michelle, that starting over, where I do find it a little insulting that, Kiki's like, I'm the most intelligent girl, because everybody is smart in their own way.
Whoa, wait,
Some
something.
people are just...
What? Shush. I'm talking.
I've been
Some
saying
people are
this
just
to her
smarter
for
than others.
months.
I do actually enjoy, because I don't usually understand most of the politics or rules or anything like that when it comes to these games. I enjoy playing the idiot because then I don't have to know anything.
The ultimate rule of all tabletop gaming is survive.
Mm-hmm. And no, I think this was actually the one where you were good with your fists.
Like,
it was the weird one where we started off with kids and suddenly we were adults because time had passed and we were frozen.
Oh, yeah, that one was weird. However he came up with that, I don't want to know.
He stole it from a book.
Everybody has these, highfalutin views of some tabletop games. Like, oh, ours is better because it's a political drama. No. The ultimate goal of every tabletop game that's based off a D20 or D6 or D10 is survive. Everything else is just frosting. I've played in political campaigns. And you know what I did? I killed shit. That was my job.
Well, you
when
always
the
gotta
negotiations
have that guy.
failed, I put an axe through the negotiator's head.
I like
the
being
face
that
won't
person.
always win.
I like being the person that they go, okay, all talks have failed. Take them down. And I get to go,
I still don't remember exactly what we were doing, but I think that was your beat 'em up one and not your gun one.
I have zero memory for shit. So.
I might be mixing them up because I can't remember if that was my poor beat 'em up one or my crazy mech one. I don't think you were in the crazy mech game. I don't remember ever intentionally killing one of your characters. Almost getting you killed, sure, but
yeah, because you do that all the freaking time.
Yeah, Kiki, what the hell?
Yeah, Kiki.
You know, all this reminds me that when we were about 2 months from ending the season at my job, I was supposed to be creating my character. And I only got halfway through it.
What
But it
game was
doesn't-
that for?
D&D.
Oh, this all makes me run a tabletop game, but who has the time for it
But
now?
this is the thing.
Her
Yeah,
and
Kiki,
off-season.
who has the time to tabletop
But
game?
this
It's
is
not
the
like you're
thing.
just, chilling out doing stuff.
It's not like
Our-
I'm behind the scenes making videos and art and shit.
Well,
Oh, come on, you can do that in like 30 seconds.
I wish.
our GM no longer works with us.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
That's
I
probably not gonna
I
happen.
don't know. Maybe I could work something.
Well, if me and the other guy that's still there, are still there and there's free Wi-Fi, we might be able to play over like a Skype session with my laptop.
Yeah.
But it'd be really hard because one, I live in a completely different town than both of them. And with our GM not working with us and the fact here that, whatever.
This is the end of part 2. Welcome to part 2.
They don't know it yet, but I do.
I applied for one of the jobs at Walmart that's a little bit higher up than my current one. It's a price checker or verifier or something like that. And essentially, like, all you're doing is making sure that everybody is pricing things correctly and things are getting rang up correctly. By going over, like, receipts and paperwork.
The
and
thing you love to do!
the thing I love to do, which is what I hope when, they go, because it was explained to me today that, actually starting tomorrow, they're gonna start going through everybody's original resumes, going through, the work review that we get once a year, which I've only gotten one. And they're going to be deciding on who they want to interview for the position. Well, when they, go to interview you for the position, they ask you all the other stuff, and I am fully prepared to sit there and boast about how much I love auditing, because I love it. I do. I love auditing. I'm one of those crazy ass people. I don't do it to get people in trouble, which is why people think I love it so much, is to get people in trouble.
No, you just love menial paperwork.
I love it. No, because I
Which is
think
what
I'm doing
shocks me because
something
we're
good.
complete opposites.
Dude, I would love to just do menial paperwork.
I think I'm doing
God,
good
what's
in the
wrong
world.
with you? I
Because,
could
like,
not sit behind a desk for a job. It would drive me nuts.
I can't talk to people on a daily basis. It's starting to give me an ulcer. Or I
see,
feel
this
like
is
Lois
fun.
on Family Guy. I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor. That's what's wrong with me. I have a tumor.
You don't have it.
Ow. Ow.
Is it a tumor? It's not a tumor.
It's a tumor.
Toma.
It's not
I would much rather, and I get much more, I feel more accomplished anyways, if I'm doing something like my landscaping job. Walmart, not so much when I was stocking the shelves, because it felt like I was doing the same thing over and over again. But with landscaping, it was like I was actually accomplishing something. I like to be outdoors or doing something with my hands that shows that's manual labor and shows some kind of progression.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, both her and I cannot do manual labor, no matter how many drugs you pump us up with.
I know that, and I probably shouldn't be doing it either with the conditions I have, but I'm sorry, I feel much more alive and rewarded when I'm working my landscaping job than I do anything.
I was a librarian once. It was the best thing ever. Okay.
Oh God.
And by librarian, I meant I was behind the scenes librarian, because I don't have like librarian science degree or anything like that, and I was temp work anyway. But essentially, I did all the filing and putting notes on books and telling them where they have to go, and I got to touch books all day.
See, that would be fun, because I'd be like glancing at the back covers of the stuff that looked really cool. I'd be like, okay, gotta remember to, I'd have a little side note, gotta check this book out.
Well, you remember when I had my auditing job, right? Mm-hmm. I never complained about the work. Never. I complained about the people I had to work with.
Oh, I barely knew the name of the person who was in charge of me. So I didn't talk to anyone unless I absolutely needed to, because it wasn't part of my job, because I was behind the scenes. I literally just had books that told me where they needed to go, so I did the thing, put it on the shelf. I pretty much sat at a desk and did bookwork all day.
All I did was paperwork and numbers, and gave people exceptions for doing things wrong. It was a very rewarding job, because when I sent down exceptions and when I found things wrong and I was doing, all of this, I felt like I was helping someone better themselves in their job by pointing out what they did. And everybody else...
Personally, I love...
Mm-hmm. Everybody else looked at it as me picking on people and me being mean. But I never singled anybody out. I was very honest.
I've been working innately with the position you're looking to do. I've been working innately with the lady that does it for our company. She is awesome, and I love her. Because she'll come to you and she'll be like, she'll give you a printout. She's like, this is a printout of all the tags that need to be, that are wrong in your division. And I'm like,
okay.
What?
Keep going.
I'm confused. What?
It was something on the screen. You're fine.
Okay.
Something I happened to glance at.
Internet. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
Stay with us. Come on. Don't die. You're not allowed to die.
Not mid-podcast, anyways.
Damn it, I did not give you permission! I hurt my hand.
You have to ask for permission. It has to be in triplicate.
But,
it has to be stamped.
No, I mean... Okay, so, I'm a professional salesperson.
Yeah.
I have done more heavy lifting than I've done in the last, 10 years of working for my previous company.
Cool.
Because my entire division is staffed by people in their 50s and 60s, and nobody and even our stockers are people who are semi-retired, and we get a lot of fuse boxes and stuff that weigh 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Big giant commercial sized fuse boxes, breaker boxes, and I've been carrying them. We have these the store has these, I don't even know what you want to call it, they call them mega racks, but it's you have the aisles, but then on top you have these giant racks you put all your overstock on.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been helping receiving and stocking get those up there, because there's no one under the age of 40 in my entire division. I am by far I am the first person hired in my division in 6 years, I think, was what my boss told me.
Wow.
Because I'm replacing a guy who retired. And it's just a great job. I freaking love it. Because I get to be a salesperson, but I'm not in charge of anything, so I'm not responsible for anything. And because it's a big company, I'm not responsible for any the day-to-day stuff. There's an entire set of people that just do nothing but returns. And I'm just this is the greatest job ever. All I have to do is help people and do some minor stocking and just basically be a bum and make more money doing it.
Nice.
And it's all and the company's only like half a mile up the road from where I live. So I cut my commute from like 20 minutes down to like 5.
Nice.
Cool.
I just love this job, and it's not a permanent thing. Like I'm gonna have to find. I'm still looking for something better, but I mean, for the time being, it's great.
Yeah.
They pay me extra money to work on like holidays and weekends. The hours are great. It's just, I mean, I'm so happy. I'm just so happy. I'm so glad to be out of my old job and not to have to deal with people and be in charge of stuff. Like, it's just a breath of fresh air just to be a mook again.
Yay! We is happy, you is happy.
I get 2 weekends off a month, which is just great.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this because from what everyone has been telling me about this position I applied for, it is a mandatory 40-hour week. It will be a little bit of a raise, and your schedule never changes. I think they said 9 to 6.
Mm-hmm.
And what are your days off?
Every day. Well, that would still be random because well, no, I'll have a set schedule. But if I work like Monday through Friday, that would be their pick. Or if I work Tuesday through Saturday, that would be their pick. And
So you honestly don't know when your days off will be.
well, I don't even know if I'd get the job. According to the lady in personnel, there's been a few people who have thrown their hat in, but mostly not a lot of people have been really interested because from what she noticed, it was a lot of people had the same problem as I did. They didn't really understand. But then again, they didn't ask. And that's what I was doing. And she's all like, yeah, that would be really awesome for you. From everything that you and I have talked about, it sounds like something that you'd really enjoy. And I'm like, well, from what I've heard, it's something that I'd really enjoy. So
It's like when I went for my interview. I had to interview with the store manager, and the guy's like, "Yeah, you're one of 20 people applying for this position." I was like, "20 people? Holy shit!" Like I thought I was going up against like 2 or 3 or maybe 10 max. He's like 20. I'm like, 20 candidates? You have 20 candidates for this position? Holy shit.
I'm just happy to be able to bend my knees.
Oh, super exciting.
Can you too bend your knees?
So, yes, actually.
Actually, with my left one, I got the same thing, so.
Yes. I stepped on a scale 2 days ago.
Oh god.
There's a scale in the bathroom room.
No, because this is the issue because before I got the job I have now, and when I got back, I'm not used to having so much time to be able to relax, do something that I want to do. I got kind of lost because I am so used to either having 2 jobs and having to take care of my grandparents and, trying to find time to sleep or, or more or whatever. I've always had so much to do that it's been, okay, when am I going to sleep? Not, I have time to myself? What the hell am I going to do? So all of a sudden I threw myself into this spot from being like a workaholic to, crap, what do I do? And I got a little depressed in the beginning and I put on a few pounds. She, on the other hand, I think she dropped it and gave it to me.
I was just handing it over. That's exactly what I was doing. So I got on the scale.
That's
like
a real
2 days
reason
ago.
you keep having leftovers to shove at me.
175.
You and my brother are like the same way.
which coincidentally enough was the same weight I weighed before I went on off season.
How much do you weigh now? Because if it's the same as what I was before we got together, that's just going to be creepy.
202. Last time I went to the doctor's office.
No, because before I started losing weight, I hit about 218. So you're still off.
Just by a couple pounds.
Yes, but you're still doing really good.
Yeah, all
You
this
can
weight,
do it.
all this right here,
Hercules.
all this right here that you see is going away. As soon as my back gets better, I'm going back on my exercise regimen.
Excuse me.
Do that.
It will not stay.
It's just a bit of fat. Yeah.
It's okay. It's going away.
Okay.
And you know what? It's not because of looks either. It's because I feel better and I'm healthier and I can do more and I feel more energetic when I don't have this much weight on me.
You know what
I
makes
mean?
me feel healthier? Being able to go to the doctor.
Dude.
Which the first chance I get, I'm gonna
I
be
tell you
going
what.
to the thing that we have in town and going, I don't care if you guys think I'm perfectly fine because I have a job and I can pay my bills. I want you guys to, you know, give me frickin' health insurance.
Well, enrollment's coming up, so you're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Let's see, I have health insurance and I don't want it. And I don't want to do anything. I hate doctors.
Dude, I'm loving having health insurance.
Well, see, it would.
I'm just loving.
You're just living?
No, actually, I'm just loving losing weight. Because this job is way more physical than my last job. So I walked. Last weekend, I walked 20 miles
Wow.
for walking around
Yeah.
my job. Because I'm walking all over the store to help people, and you know, it's a gigantic, you know, home improvement store. So in 10 hours, I'm walking like 15, 20 miles.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no, that was the 20 was the total. It was 10 miles a day.
Hey, well,
Because I'm walking.
it's easy. I lost my train of thought.
Okay.
Yeah, because I weighed 223 when I started 2.5 weeks ago, and now I'm almost 215.
Yeah.
I'm 204. Hey.
Yay.
No, I have to watch it though, because in high school it was almost like an addiction to working out, and I ended up injuring myself. But I don't do it because I feel like I'm gonna look better to everybody else, because I think there's way too much of an obsession with looks.
Well, I don't think. Sorry, go
it's
ahead,
how
I apologize.
I feel inside. I feel more energetic. I feel like I can move easier and I can do more, and all this crap is going on. It has nothing to do with the actual physical look of it. It's how I feel inside that makes me feel better. If I lose the weight and I still have this little pudge right here, I don't care. As long as I feel the way I did before.
I just enjoy being strong. Like, that's a weird, like, guy thing to say, but, like, I've always been husky.
Yeah.
Like, that's not gonna, even if I weighed, like, the right weight I'm supposed to weigh to be healthy, quote unquote, I'd still be husky.
Yeah.
Like, I've always had a paunch. It's never not had a gut.
Yeah.
It's just a smaller gut when I'm the right weight.
Yeah.
But, like, the best part of all this work has been, like, I've been, like, working. Well, all the walking has been good for my legs, and I've been doing a lot of heavy lifting, so, like, my arms and my, like, chest and my back have just been getting a massive workout. I'm sore every night. Kiki will tell you.
Yeah.
I bitch to her every night about how sore I am.
Yeah, I did that for about the first week of my job, not because of the difficulty or the heavy lifting or anything, but because hey, we know I do inventory, obviously. Counting the clothes, except for like the packaged socks and underwear and stuff, we do one by one.
Yeah.
Well, it's all fine and dandy, but even with the newer guns that have the detachable scanner, you have to stand like this in some of the clothing and scan. You can imagine how much strain that'd be on your freaking arms, because when those pegs are full, you can't stop because there's no real way of telling where you were.
And
so
just
you're
in case
sitting
you're
here,
wondering,
you can't stop and drop your arms mid-peg.
Just in case you're wondering, she was reaching above her head.
Yeah, you have to reach up. I mean, you can imagine the walls when you go to like Walmart, how they have the hanging shirts and stuff on some of the walls, but not the racks. That's what I'm talking about. The upper pegs holding your arms up like that, it sucks. And we've got like one ladder in our section for 4 or 5 people at times, and I tend to let the older people do it or use it because there's a lot of older people in the section I work in. So. But yeah, I came home, I think the first week after doing this, and mind you, I had absolutely no prep time or warning, and I got the phone call about 3 hours before I left for my first job.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
Well, what was great for me was, like, I thought it was going to be just a straight-up sales job, but then, like, I got into my division and saw, like, how, like, nobody could do anything physical because they're all older folks. I was just like, oh shit, I'm gonna get a workout.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's happened. I've been doing all the heavy lifting, all of the heavy, like we have freight people who do all the stocking for the store, but like they're all like senior citizens and shit. So it's like anything that weighs more than like 30 or 40 pounds, they just leave.
Yeah.
Like in the aisle where it goes, and they're like, well, somebody younger will have to get it.
Yeah.
And so I've been like cleaning up after our stocking people, and just like, this shirt like just barely fit. Like when I started 2 weeks ago, and I already now have like space.
That's what happened when I went from being a cashier to an overnight stalker at Walmart, or even when I went to garden. I feel you on this because I was working in garden. I got thrown in there, and after like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, there were no guys, and everybody was like 50 plus out there, or couldn't lift anything heavy, and I'm left there being, I was 18, 19 at the time, and you know, you got the rocks, the water softener salts in the 40-pound bags, and then the soil bags and everything. So I'm the only one lifting this crap and throwing it, and I'm rollerblading and biking back and forth to work every day. So all of that, just, I went from being kind of chubby to swoosh, muscle.
Well, it's like yesterday, or not yesterday, I'm sorry. This morning, I went to work, and there was a flat, we have this like racetrack that goes around like the outside like perimeter of our store, like inside the store, but like the wall perimeter. Yeah. Well, they leave all of our freight. And there's like all these like stocking, you know, like all the heavy stuff. They brought me a flat of 10-foot long, 2-inch wide galvanized steel conduit pipes.
Oh, sorry.
Like, you know, like if you imagine the floor, it was a big cart stacked 6 feet tall with like bundles of wire wrapped around these things. They're like, here, put this up on the wall. Like you have these places where they're sitting vertically in these like slots on the wall.
And you're going, okay.
I put them all away in about 45 minutes. Oh my God, did my arms hurt. Each of these pipes must have weighed at least 25 pounds, and I did probably like 150 or 200 of them.
Yeah.
I was so freaking miserable. I looked at my boss, and I'm like, what the heck? He's like, nobody there to do it, man. I'm like, oh my God. Like my biceps are just inflamed every day.
Yeah. I've actually been having a lot of fun with this whole losing weight thing because mine is like a really good half and half. Like I have already proven to myself that when I lose weight, that my body feels better. Like I'm more comfortable when I'm smaller. And growing up for so long, having people tell me how chubby I am and how unattractive I am, I also enjoy the whole people who haven't seen me for a while going, "Oh my God, you've lost weight," or like, you know, same people running into me after a long time going, "Wow, you like look awesome," being, you know, getting hit on by, well, everyone, and just, you know, "You're gorgeous," and all that kind of stuff. I love it. It's a nice, like, you know, I know they're all pretty much shit and everything, but
see, I told you it feels good when you're hit on all the time.
It's a good ego boost. It's a good ego boost. I got hit on.
I'm not like
by a 17-year-old boy. Honey, he thought I was the same age. He thought I was only like maybe a year or two older than him. Really, I don't understand these people. I really don't. I know for a fact that I look my age.
Okay, because these days when you look at high schoolers, they're dressing like they're 35.
I don't even know, what are high schoolers
Not
wearing?
that you're 35, it was just a random age set out there.
It depends on where, but it's like a hodgepodge of shit now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw a few high school boys. They were in Walmart together today, and one of them was wearing a blazer.
Yeah.
Like not just any blazer. It was like one of those oldish blazers because it was like this deep green color kind of with like yellow pinstripes. And I'm like, wow.
Fashion's different nowadays because, one, the clothes are so much easier to make, but they can pull from so many different centuries and mix and match that.
And all you have to do is
it's hard
go
to
a
just
good
say
thrift
this
store.
is what the kids are wearing.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Sorry.
I understand.
You're right.
Cough away. Do what you gotta do.
I apologize. I love having crap stuck in my trachea.
Right?
It's this shit, you know, where you have like a head cold and then at the very end it drains down into your chest and then you basically spend that last, like, I'm not sick anymore, but I'm still coughing up like the white blood cell mucus.
Oh, I know. I had a sinus infection not too long ago.
I had one the other day because I threw up and foam that always comes out of my nose.
Fucking brutal.
Mine was hilarious because we had the sinus infection, and then as I was getting over that, I wasn't quite at the point that you're at now. I was still weak and couldn't breathe right and all that stuff, but I was getting better. Well, let's just put it this way. I go to the ER 1 week, exactly a week later, I'm back in. The first time I went in for the sinus infection. The second time is because my cheek is about 2 to 3 times the size it needs to be. So.
Salivary infection?
No, what happened was, because I recently, in the last year or so, got a lot of work done on my mouth.
Okay.
But they were only able to do the, well, as you're looking at me, left-hand side, this side right here, of my mouth. And we never got to the other side. Well, one of the, I have a problem with, I guess you'd call crowdage in my mouth, and it's my wisdom teeth, or whatever, impacted into my gums back there.
Yeah, I have the same thing.
And
mine are not removed because it's major reconstructive surgery.
Yeah, well, this side's gotten better. This side had a little bit of an issue, and one of my teeth is actually chipped back there. Well, apparently after all those years, it decided to get abscessed. But the problem was, I didn't realize it because when I was chewing on stuff, even when I was at the doctor's the first time because I was having problems with my jaw, it hurt.
Yep.
But they put a tongue depressor in my mouth, made me bite down on it and wiggled it, and there was no pain to it. So
No.
there was no way of saying that, you know, I had a problem with my teeth because I was eating, I was drinking, I was able to hold down a strong bite and almost break that stick. So they didn't catch it. Well, the second time I went in with my cheeks swelling, they did the
now they're gonna find it.
They did the MRI type thing where they where they stick you in the donut and blah blah blah. Well, we were doing that, and they found out that it had only been one abscess at one point, but it had multiplied and grown into my cheek, and that's why I wasn't feeling it in my teeth.
Here comes Ringo. What's up, Ringo?
Oh, Ringo's my buddy.
Ringo's a great dog. He's hilarious, or she. I can remember.
It's a he. Whenever I'm over here, he's like, well, you can see he wants to be over here with me. I pet him, I play with him.
He wants to be on the bed. That's what he wants.
Oh, you want him on the bed? Oh no, see, he's right here. But yeah, that was a great couple of weeks, and of course, my grandmother is worried sick about me. Because I used to go over to her house. I still do for the most part, but I used to go over to her house every day. Now I just do it on my weekends, of course. But I go over there, I clean the house and everything, and for a few weeks I couldn't do it because I was so sick. I was too weak. So I finally went and saw a doctor, and then after that, we figured out what was going on. In fact, it was right before Thanksgiving. It was the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, and my dad was supposed to be there, and Monday night, my cheek was swollen. And my grandmother had pointed it out and was like, did you do something? You know, what's wrong with your cheek? And I'm like, I really don't know. You know, it's kind of sore, but I really don't know what's going on. And my grandmother's like, you really should probably see a doctor. And I'm like, well, if it gets any worse, I will.
Yep.
We get home, I take a nap because I'm still not feeling well from the sinus infection either. And I get up, and it's about twice the size it was before I laid down. Susie's trying... Grieve's trying to talk me into going to the ER at that point. She's completely... freaked out. She's been talking to me about it for a minute or two, and finally, I made the agreement with her because my dad was supposed to be there the next day. I made the agreement with her. Look, I gotta go finish Grandma's floors, and then if my cheek gets worse overnight, I will go do the floors, and then I will go to. You can take me to urgent care. We got there to do the floors, and my grandmother told me, oh, don't even worry about it, they're not that bad, you just need to go get seen. We went in, I couldn't get an appointment with my doctor. Yeah, I couldn't get an appointment with my doctor. I went in there, they, looked at my ER chart from the week before, and this is what's hilarious. They give me Oxycontin for the sinus infection.
Yeah.
And I couldn't remember because at one point when I was stupid and young and into doing whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Nothing really bad, but I did pop pain pills once in a while that I wasn't prescribed.
We all did.
Someone had given me either Oxycontin or Oxycodone, and it had made me sick. Now, to this day, we don't know if it's because I ate Chinese food with it, and maybe the MSG mixed wrong or something, or what, but I was worried about it, and I just was like, whatever, I'll take it. If I have a reaction with it, I can call my doctor up and tell him I need something else. Whatever. Well, it made me really groggy. I couldn't really function on it. So, when I went back, they asked me if I needed anything, and I said, you know, you gave me oxycodone before. It's too strong. I can't take that. You know, it makes me too groggy. I can't pay attention. I can't function on it, and I need to be able to function. And the guy looks at me and he goes, well, how do you do on Norco? And I'm like,
Norco.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm fine on that, you know. I said, you know, I would even have been fine because what I had suggested was Tylenol coating. I hadn't suggested Norco because around here, if you get too many scripts within a certain amount of time, they flag you. Yeah. My friend was having dental issues and had gotten prescribed it 6 times. Never asked for it. But the last time he went to the ER, they red flagged him for it.
Yeah. I've had chronic lifelong kidney stones. It's a genetic thing in my family. And my urologist just, if I go to him and I'm like, I got a kidney stone, it's like, I just call him. It's like, here's a script for Oxycontin or morphine or whatever. It's like, whatever you want, you can have. Yeah. Because I'm like, I just need it for a couple days just so I can pass the stone. Yeah. And I went to the ER one time because I had pain so bad from a kidney stone that I was slowly rolling around on the floor even while I was on, like, Oxycontin. Yeah. I was like, I got to get help. This is bad. Like, I'm on, like, 2 Oxycontin, 10 1000s, which is, 10 milligrams of, 1,000 milligrams of Tylenol and 10 milligrams of Oxycontin. Yeah. And I'm, like, still dying. I've had 2,000 milligrams of Tylenol. I'm still just like, oh, God. Yeah. I'm rolling on the floor. And I go in and the doctor's like, holy mother of shit. He goes, you had that much Tylenol and you're still hurting? I'm like, oh, my God, doc, I'm dying. Yeah. He's like, are you a pill popper? What the shit?
Well, but no, they gave it to me, and that helped out and whatever. But it was, and the antibiotics,
Yep.
And it was funnier than hell because my grandmother ended up with a sinus infection too, coincidentally enough, even though I didn't have the contagious one. And they had given her a stronger dose of penicillin, the Augmentin or whatever the hell that was.
Yeah.
And they ended up upping mine because they had given me the penicillin, or amoxicillin, that's what it is. They had given me it, but they had given me a smaller dose. Because it was just a sinus infection, and they gave my grandma a higher dose, which I'm only guessing because of her age, they wanted to kick it,
they wanted to make sure it didn't have a chance to survive.
Yeah. So I come home Tuesday, and we go back to my grandmother's, and my dad's there and everything, and I'm on the same horse pill that my grandmother is. And I remembered because she told me when she got them, she goes, those things are huge!
Oh, yeah. I was on the, I had a, what the shit do you call
I don't care.
I was wondering if it was more comfortable.
It actually is kind of comfortable. I just don't want to. Ooh, eating back.
A couple summers ago, Kiki, I think I was talking to Kiki at that point. I got a viral infection from one of my professors. He had walking pneumonia. I'm sorry, not viral, bacterial, because viral wouldn't use antibiotics.
Yeah.
And he coughed on me, right? I think I've told you this story. He coughs on me, and it goes right through my lungs into my heart, and I get a systemic strep.
Oh, yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah. Strep. And they put me on the big-ass erythromycin pills.
Oh!
The ones that are, like, as big as your pinky.
Yeah.
And I had to take it for 10 days, and it kills all the bacteria in your body. And so I had horrible, nightmarish shits for 2 weeks because I had no gut biota. There's nothing in my large intestine to, like, slow down the stream. So I couldn't eat anything. I'm miserable. I feel like crap. It's just like 2 weeks. I had to go to work, had to go to school.
Yeah.
I'm sick as a dog. And the pills are making it worse. Like, it was bad enough when I had, like, the strep infection, but now I'm sick from the pills, and I've got to take them for 2 weeks because it's a systemic infection.
Yeah.
And if I don't kill it completely, it'll come back. It'll be even worse. And I was just miserable. And I'm like, Doc, you're killing me. You're killing me. He's like, come on, Cupcake. Don't be a whiner. Anyway.
Wow.
So that's my adventures with antibiotics.
Oh, I've had plenty of adventures with antibiotics, but mostly because I catch bronchitis, and I get viral, upper
Yeah, you get all the
respiratory
shit.
sinus infection is really easy. And
Yeah.
That's it.
Well,
That's
the
what
bacterial
happened.
ones are the worst because
She
you like.
made me sick.
You can't.
and they watch me because whereas I've never had pneumonia before, my dad, if he gets bronchitis, he's almost certain to get pneumonia. He has it already in his system, so he catches it really easy. So they watch it with me because they don't know if I'm the same way. So they don't want to give it a chance to progress to anything else. So like the minute we know what's going on, I'm in the doctor's office. They're pumping me full of this crud, giving me painkiller, telling me rest.
You haven't lived till you're on a whole bunch of opiate painkillers, and the doctor goes, "You need more," and you go, "I don't know if it'd be no. Do you need more? But I don't. No. Are you in pain? Yeah. I'll be right back." Syringe full of morphine and goes, "All right, prepare yourself. You're about to go for a roller coaster of fun." Squeeze, and it goes into the IV in your arm. And you're like, "My arm's on fire!"
And then all of a sudden you're like,
I don't care anymore.
I don't care anymore. I'm happy.
You're making me miss my morphine drip. Really, the only good thing about being in the hospital. Morphine around the clock.
Right?
Oh my god.
They give you the little button.
And see, there's the
Wait,
downside.
do they still give you the button?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Well,
the
okay.
button.
No.
It's controlled, but...
No, before that, it was just a constant stream. Then it was the button.
Yeah.
That's what actually scares me to ever go into the hospital, because we still don't know if I'm allergic to morphine. My mother is allergic to morphine.
Again, I think you'll be fine because I think you threw out the pills because of the pill coating.
Yeah, because
I
sometimes
thought
that
you
does
put
affect...
like liquid stuff in my coffee one time.
No, I never gave you the liquid.
Oh. I never tried that.
The
Liquid morphine is fucking God's neck.
the liquid was strong, and because my father was dead, my supply was cut off. So I was keeping it to myself. Yeah, all I have left in my dad's stash is one single morphine pill.
Uh-oh.
No, it's fine. I have my own doctor now.
No, I'm kidding.
She's saving that for a special occasion.
No, it seriously doesn't matter. Health insurance has made me not have to worry about that anymore because I have a prescription. I can go to the emergency room and not go into thousands of pounds of debt. I'm still marginally in debt, but less in debt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, dog. I only owe $6,000 instead of $25,000.
Yay!
The $6,000 is from the costochondritis way back in the day. They couldn't cover that; it was too far ago.
Oh.
But I could probably get a charity.
Charity, gotta love it.
No,
Well,
it's sad that it has to exist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, depending on how far back it is, sometimes they'll cut a deal with you just to get some of it back. Like,
Yeah.
You know, we'll do it for $2,000. We'll cut a deal.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. Or eventually they just go, whatever.
Yeah.
That's
what happened with a couple of my doctor's bills. They just gave up because I couldn't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
I just want to go to the doctor.
I should have given the bill to my brother and said, "You're the cause of this shit. Pay it."
Exactly.
No, I just want to go to the doctor. I want to sit down and tell the doctor what's wrong with me and have them fix it.
Oh my god, my doctor was so sweet. He was actually typing down every word I said.
Oh wow.
The dog's trying to hide under the blanket. That's what
I know, but from this point of view, it looks like, or from like the camera even, it looks like the blanket came alive.
It's Kiki's sex slave. You can see him trying to get loose.
I don't keep him on the bed.
I thought I told you to lock him up.
That is the best line ever. I don't keep him on the bed. That's for people.
I mean, I don't have enough money to afford a sex slave. I have a husband.
Who would gladly
That's
be your
better than a
sex slave. So.
I have a husband and I'm still trying to get over a...
Who said you had to have money to have a sex slave? You just go out and kidnap somebody.
I'm not allowed to do that anymore.
Damn. Did you get caught too?
I think I was the last person she kidnapped.
Yes.
You know, there are people who pay good money to be sex slaves. I'm not even
Actually,
joking.
yeah, there are. I have no room in my life for it, and I don't have the
You can't believe how
the
well
will,
they
but
pay.
not the physicality for a sex
The
slave.
stamina.
Yeah. Like, I have the will
I
for
couldn't
sex, but rarely the actual physical ability, so.
The porn industry pays double for girls to be lightly abused. Abused. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Because it's all fake.
Staged, yeah.
Like, no one's actually getting hurt. No one wants to actually hurt, in this case, a girl, because most of the time it's guys getting off to girls getting, not beat up, but like, that like public exhibitionist shit. And they pay him double! I was like, dude, she's having fun! Because you see it at the end of every one of those videos, like, did you have fun? Oh yeah, that was great! Call me the next time you want to do one of these.
Okay,
it's like,
but the risk and the supply of those kind of girls...
they're easy to find.
It's called
I'm not even joking.
Supply and demand.
Probably more than you think.
There probably is.
Just like America consumes far more porn than it thinks it does, especially states that say clearly we don't, and it's like, no, you're like at the top of the fucking chart, man.
Right?
I
Utah.
have always said, since I was like
Utah
16,
and Alaska,
that if I had the body...
Utah
Oh god, you
is
know
the
Alaska is.
Utah is the highest consumer of gay pornography in the entire country.
The more you try to wrong it, the kinkier it becomes.
Yeah. I have been saying since I was like 16 that if I had the body, I would either go and pose for Playboy or be a porn star.
You have the body, not Playboy, but you have the body. Yeah, there's a market for you, honey.
Yeah, there is.
Oh yeah.
There's a market for people
like
who
Grieve.
You're not even that fetishized of a body.
You're not. And
Oh,
trust
man, people
me,
pay good money to
if
see
some of
Grieve
these
without
people that are like 400 or 500 pounds can make a sex tape and get hits off of it,
Like,
yes,
seriously, if you
there
had
are
the
people
internet,
with
I would
fat
let you
fetishes.
borrow my camera, and you could probably just...
I know,
No,
except for
seriously.
this one doesn't like the idea of other people oogling her oogles.
just do it by yourself.
That's the thing I never got.
Her oogles being my oogles.
We're going to that thing again.
No, it's the old-fashioned idea of
okay, I can understand
The
your
only
point of view on the whole situation.
Oh no, I get where you're
Yeah.
coming from. It's I'm not saying that is necessarily wrong. I'm not literally saying anything. You're saying she's a thing. I get because you're in a monogamous relationship. Your idea of monogamy extends to that.
Yeah,
Where mine doesn't. My idea of monogamy is different from yours. I want to be the only person who's romantically having sex with my husband.
Well, see, for me, it's more
Otherwise,
of
I
a
don't care.
but. See, I can understand, like, there's certain relationships that are closer than others. Like, you two are really close or whatever.
Oh yeah, I've seen those things.
Yeah, I'm not jealous of that. I mean,
I've slapped those things.
But I'm not jealous of that because I can understand what's in the past is in the past. But for me,
the past 5 seconds
your
ago.
body. Well, even okay, but she doesn't do anything to cross the line. Is what I'm saying. She would never do anything to cross the line in our relationship.
No, our relationship is what you consent between the two of you.
Relationships, cheating, and what the relationship boundaries are depends upon the two people in the relationship. Which is why I've had the opportunity to have tons of different kinds of relationships.
This is literally my first monogamous relationship.
And it's lasted for...
That's only because
almost 15 years?
I'm wondering if I'm possibly demisexual. Or not demisexual, I'm sorry, demi-romantic. Because he's the first person who I've ever had romantic, then attachment feelings to. That's how relationships grow. You get the romance hormone heroine stage, and then you move on to the attachment stage, and that's how long the relationship lasts. Before that, it was merely sexual, and I may or may not like the person, but I didn't form romantic emotions. Demisexuals are people who can't have sexual attachments without first gaining emotional ones. Demi-romantics require a long time to gain romantic attachment, and I'm wondering if I'm possibly demi-romantic.
That would actually explain why it took, what, a year, almost 2, before you guys all actually had sex?
No, that was him. He wanted to wait 6 months. That's because burned him.
Yeah.
Because she was dating me while dating him. And other boys and whatnot.
And you remember her, right?
Which one?
I
need like a last name.
Oh, I don't remember her last name, and I don't know her new one.
I
only used to be best friends with her and sexual partner, but whatever.
Okay, let me do this. Did she have a daughter in high school that got adopted?
Yes. Did her daughter get adopted? I thought she kicked it.
No, she was still allowed to see the kid.
I'm probably going to cut out this part because we're saying
okay, well, there's how many different out there? If I were to type out a last name, would you recognize it if it was that?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Anyway, what, you were going to say something?
How are you a monster?
I don't.
Oh God, do not tell me!
But,
No. This is my ex.
So everyone in the room without a penis has slept with the person in question.
No, she hasn't.
Oh, okay, good.
No, she's the lucky one that avoided that bullet.
Compared to the two of these two, I'm still semi-virginal virtuous.
Okay, she had... Okay, let's go this way.
The town bicycle. The town well.
I have,
What?
never... Okay, I take that back.
You give the town well, everyone gets a pump.
I cheated on someone once, but that was only because of the terms of that relationship and because I screwed up. I felt bad for it the whole time, but, like, okay, like, whereas, I don't know where this got instilled in me, or whatever, because, the people who actually raised me before my grandparents and all the way during were very, we're gonna let our kids express themselves, okay? My whole thing is that with the showing off your body and stuff, it was more of a, for me, I was raised that something that only your partner should see. If you're single, by all means, go out, dress, slutty it up, whatever, but if you are with somebody, that is something that only you and your partner are supposed to see. And as far as fully seeing everything, that's someone you're only supposed to be intimate with, but then again, I went through so many different, I've had a relationship where me and a guy and a girl are dating each other and living under the same roof. I've had ones where I've just purely been in it for sex.
Look,
I've had romantic ones.
If you guys keep talking about taking your clothes off, I'm gonna have to drink Windex.
But yeah, I've had purely sexual relationships. I've had purely romantic ones. I've had ones where we've gone around. I used to be.
I think we're torturing Cupcake.
Well, wait, when I was in high school.
I'm just thinking about the girl that I fucked, and then like halfway through, remembered I needed to put a condom on.
That's how one. That's how my niece came to be.
Thankfully, it was the safe time of the month. But like, I was really drunk, and she was really drunk, and like halfway through, I was like, I should probably put a condom on. He's like, well, why don't you just finish up? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go put a condom on. Then like I got off the top of her, and I was like, you know what? I think this is just a bad idea in general. I'm just gonna go to bed. And that's how my girlfriend dumped me.
Wow, that's mean.
Yeah, see,
the person in
Well,
question.
to be fair, right after that, she tried to snuggle up, and then I farted on her. But that's a whole different story altogether.
God.
The person we were talking about before.
Sorry,
Did you
continue.
actually date, or were you?
Oh, when I say date, I mean that
She means she fucked her
loosely,
brains out.
like we were friends who had sex with other friends and
Okay, that's
other-
what I was
yeah.
asking, because me and her were actually dating, and when I tried to break up with her, she wasn't getting the picture. And I mean, so much to the point, this is what's really bad, so much to the point where the first trying to get it through her head after actually just saying, look, this isn't working, it's done, I don't want to be with you anymore, I went out to a little dance club thing that was on the weekends for people under 21 at the bowling alley. My best friend's girlfriend, which I know this is gonna seem really, really bad, but he knew what happened, he was cool, whatever, you know. We were out there, he had left for basic training. And he asked me to keep his girl company and, you know, be friends with her and whatever. Whatever, we were friends before, but he asked me to make sure she was okay while he was gone. And, until I left for the military. Well, what happened was, she saw this girl walking up to it after, she had seen me have a conversation with my grandmother, where my grandmother said, you know, I told her if she calls, you don't know where I'm at, because she knew the situation at hand. And she's like, oh yeah, I'll just tell her that you went out with some friends, but you didn't say where you were going, but that you'd call if you were going to be late. And that's what she told her. Well, she went looking for me and found me, apparently, and saw her walking, this girl that I was hanging out with, saw her walking towards me, behind me, and she grabs me, and she just starts making out with me. Now, one, this is my best friend's girlfriend. Weird enough. Two, I had a little bit to drink beforehand, and I was buzzing, so I kind of went along with it. But I turned around because this girl had tapped me on the shoulder and went, hey honey, how you doing? No clue. I'm making out with another flipping girl, and you're still gonna sit there and act like everything's okay? Then we went to the fair later that year. And this is what makes it even funnier. I made out with his brother in front of her. Boy. To try to get her to break up with me, because obviously me breaking up with her wasn't working. Do you know what it took?
What? Spitting on her?
The dude that she's probably married to now, because that's what I heard. She cheated on me. She cheated on me.
Apparently, Hangouts wants to know if we're still here.
Oh. She, quote unquote,
nope, not here.
She, quote unquote, cheated on me with this guy, and then had to tell me because she felt bad that she wanted to be with him. So my whole thing was, okay, do I play this off, or do I just let her walk away? So me being the ass that I am, made a total big deal out of it, made her feel even worse, and then walked away and said, I never want to see you again.
You monster.
Wow.
You did it for
Here's the thing about her, is as long as there's no emotional attachment, it's not cheating. That was her point.
Well, that's fine, but the funny part about it was, is I had already broken up with her like 10 times. I had to have my grandmother screen my phone calls.
You.
Right? And we can completely forget I had any relationship with her or the other one.
Or that guy. It's in the past. Who cares?
I enjoyed the girl that keep remember me going
I
on
never
the date
slept
with
him on it. Just let them go.
Last fall?
Yeah.
Was it last fall? Yeah, it was last fall, actually. Wow. What was last fall?
Or was it a year ago last fall?
It was either last fall or the start of this year.
It was a year ago last fall.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
What?
We'll go with that.
Date you went on?
So.
That was a year ago?
I think so. Because I seem to remember Anyway, long story short, like, her dad and my mom work at the same place, and like we're both single, so they're like trying to get us to go on a date, and he's pushing really hard. My mom's like, well, my son's whatever, blah blah blah, and I'm trying to make my mom happy. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever, fine, I don't give a fuck. And it was fine, whatever. I had fun. I thought she had fun. She didn't. It's whatever. And what I didn't know at the time that I found out later, well, actually just recently, I just came back to mind. You guys were talking about relationships and shit. Neither of us had any interest in being there. Like, we both got talked into it by our respective parents. But I thought she seemed like fun, and I actually just wanted to be friends with her. She had no fucking interest. She thought I was a fucking creep.
Oh, that sucks.
And this was all based around the fact that my one hobby in life is, and I quote, anime.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, look at him. He's so adorable.
I'm not a complete sociopath, I swear.
And to get into what you were saying on the side note, I never slept with him.
I knew you didn't.
He
Bad enough
tried,
you
but it
kissed him.
didn't work.
Oh my god, it's
So
in the
dirty.
past. Who
I was
cares?
drunk.
Who?
I'll fuck anything with legs and a hole. That includes tables.
Somebody I grew up with. Yeah, but apparently
Sorry, just trying to lighten the mood.
Stay tuned for part 3. This is part 3.
But yes, relationships are what the consenting parties make of them.
You guys are amusing.
Well, no, there was this guy she grew up with, and I knew in high school that there was a brief
interlude.
Yeah, you will call it interlude because it wasn't a real relationship, even though everybody thought we were dating. He tried so hard to get into my pants, but it didn't work, and she gives me crap for even kissing this guy, but I felt bad for him.
I felt bad for him too, but that didn't stop me from punching him in the nose and making it bleed when he tried to take me on a roller coaster.
Yeah, but you grew up with him. He was like a brother to you.
Ferris wheel.
No, the one that you can't believe is the one that
he asked you to marry him.
He was drunk at a bar and texted me.
You got proposed to once at a Denny's. When did I get proposed to at a Denny's? It was back when we were still gaming. We were having a conversation about something, and a guy out of nowhere, because you were talking geeky, got down on one fucking knee and offered you a ring, like legitimately.
When the hell did this happen, and who was that?
We didn't know him. He was just like some random man. When did this happen? It was back.
Don't look at me.
It was like before, like you were maybe 18 or 19. I do not remember this. Oh my gosh, you loved it at the time. I swear to God, people know more about my life than I do. I would have sworn I'd never been proposed to before. You were once proposed
no,
to
Grieve.
while we were at
I've been watching you closely.
I did not know this. It must have not been that memorable. Maybe we all might have been a bit close. Oh, yeah, that works. We were at Denny's post game. Of course, we were a bit drunk. Yeah.
No, the one that shocked the hell out of you was the one that was supposed to take me to prom and kiss me.
Yes.
You were shocked that we made out in the hallways of the school.
Yes. You always find things shocking.
No. This is someone that it even shocked me when he did it because this was before he got married the first time. Way beforehand. It was like the year after he graduated, he came back to see me. Well, he later on offered to take me to prom as friends because he was married at the time and having a kid. But originally, like, everything started, I thought he just looked at me as a little sister. Well, the year after he graduated, he came back to visit everybody, and he offered to walk me to my next class, and next thing I know, he got me up against the wall kissing me.
I know how
Shot
to
shit out of
remind you who this person is, although you probably don't remember him from high school. You'll remember him from not my 21st birthday party, but I believe he went to 21st birthday party. We went to his wedding. When he showed up, he had the side of his head shaved. He had tattoos, cut off shirt, big pants.
Yes.
You remember him? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Very white guy.
He's the one who did that.
Now he's in the military.
That shocked the heck out of me.
Oh, I totally would have dated him in high school pretty fast.
Oh, in high school I would have dated him in a heartbeat, but I thought he always looked at me as a little sister, and his girlfriend hated me. What was it?
No, his girlfriend hated me too.
Oh no, she hated me to a thing to when they broke up. One of them hated me so bad that when they broke up, right after they broke up, I had to go look for Mary in the park. Me and my grandma were talking about it. She actually took a swing at me, blaming me for their breakup. And I had no idea what was going on. Wow. So.
Look, Cupcake's bored.
Oh, look, Toast!
I think Cupcake's bored. We need to talk about something.
He has no idea what we're talking about.
Participated.
I was just doing other stuff while you guys were talking, whatever.
Because I think he's getting tired. It's like 1 a.m. there.
No, it's not that. I just don't know what to say about any of that, so I'm just letting you guys talk. And amusing myself, picking at my toes.
It started as a random relationship talk.
Yeah. Weird.
You know, in all honesty, I think I've only ever had 2 monogamous relationships.
Like I said, the one I'm in right now, my marriage is a monogamous relationship, and probably my only actual relationship up to.
Well,
because everything else.
Count friendships as relationships. I mean,
I'm talking
no. We're talking about
/
dating
sexual relationships.
It's been a while.
No, aside from Grieve is obviously one of them. The other one was actually a girl that our moms were friends before we were even conceived. We were in the hospital. We were born the same day, 5 minutes apart, in the same hospital. We grew up together, and we was my first love, and everything up until everything happened. But she was the only other monogamous relationship I was ever in. But I think that also stems from after things happened, I kind of went into that whole, I felt guilty being happy with anybody else, you know? So, that's kind of why my relationships have failed in the process, I think, because I knew, 1, they weren't going to work in the first place, and 2, I was picking relationships doomed to fail because I felt guilty.
Oh my god, we are so totally doomed to fail. She just said it.
No, with you, I'm honestly, with you, and I'm sure Kiki can tell it, with you, I'm honestly happy. It's not, this is by no means a relationship to fill time.
Oh, that's how my husband and I relationship started. No, going back to that.
Can I have this for people?
Yes. The whole relationship, I don't consider any of mine failures because most of them weren't really relationships anyway. I got out of what I was ever looking for, which was usually sex or time wasting.
Yeah.
And most sex was not part of a relationship. It was just, hey, sex.
Yeah.
Sex. Again, I dated people because you dated people?
Yeah. That was pretty much what I was
and all
doing.
Of this was before you were 15.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sorry, I've been sexually active since I was 5.
up until...
Wait, what? Stop. Wait, what?
Not your fault.
Don't ask.
Okay, I
We're
won't.
gonna skip over that
No.
part.
Yeah.
Dude, it's not like I was raped or anything. I don't consider it anyway. I was fully aware of what was happening. And
Yeah.
consenting. I had my first sexual experience when I was 5, and I have been having sex ever since.
Okay.
Okay. Since the age of 16. No, 17, sorry. 16, 17 years old, somewhere in there.
Pick a number and stick with it.
Okay, because I have a tendency to block most of that age out because of the losses and the trauma that I went through. But I know it was right after I turned 17. At that point, all the relationships, except for maybe one up until Grieve, I literally was just doing the motions because my friends would bug me because I hadn't dated in a while. I hadn't done this, I hadn't done that. I needed to get out and meet somebody, I needed to get out there and do stuff. So literally, my relationships were pretty much a way to keep people off my back for any general purpose. Now, the whole agreement that I had with one of my friends, just to, whenever we needed some, just to call each other, and there was no emotions attached to it. That worked out great because it kept people off my back because at least I was getting laid. But for the most part, my relationships were just to, aside from one, were just to pass time after all that happened. And to keep people off my back because I was tired of people going, when are you going to date somebody? I got someone perfect you could go out with. I was just tired of it.
I'm actually glad I didn't have to go through that.
Yeah, I didn't go through that either. I was just more going through the motions, like, oh, you want to date him? Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
No, I'm really glad I never had to go through that. Like, I'm in my 20s, I don't have a relationship, I'm sad, and everybody's trying to set me up with somebody. I'm actually glad that I jumped the gun on that one.
Seriously, if the hubby ever dies, don't you be bitches trying to set anything up.
Oh, no,
honey,
no.
if your hubby ever dies, we are not going to. The only thing we are going to do
is clean out our spare bedroom.
Yeah. Okay, well, you know what? All we will do is bug you more. No. We won't try to set you up. We'll just keep you company.
But no sex.
Yeah, Cupcake has almost vanished into his chair.
We can find you someone to have sex with, but you're not having sex with us.
Oh no, I still know how to do it.
Well, I'm just saying, if you asked, we would. We'd be willing to help you find a buddy to have if you wanted us to. But we're not going to try to set you up with anybody.
Likewise, if you die in Eric's lonely.
Oh, you can set him up all you want. I don't like being set up.
Yeah, neither do I.
There's a difference between somebody asked me and I just went whatever, and somebody telling me that I have to date this person for these reasons. That always irked me for some reason.
Well, there's a difference between...
Just like I would murder someone if they ever set me up on a blind date. Because one, I ain't going, and two, fuck you.
I've been wingmanning for my buddy Raid because he had some issues with his ex-fiance there last year, and I'm still impressed that my best winning line with an 85% getting laid success rate is, "Hello, ladies. I am Dr. Cupcake. I've come to bring you the good news of my Lord and Master, the Holy Donut."
Wow!
That does not get you laid.
You'd be
I
surprised.
think pass, as long as there was a condom involved.
Okay.
8.5 times out of 10 I got laid.
If I can walk up to a girl at a bar and say, "I'm lost, will you take me home?" and it actually works,
There's a difference between a line being corny coming from a sleazy guy and a line being corny coming from a confident person.
Yes.
Now remember, this is a line to get my friend laid.
Oh,
I'm not actively trying to get laid. Because the next line out of my mouth is, I'd like you to meet my good friend Ray.
There you go.
He's looking for love in all the wrong places. He looked at me, right? That's the wrong place to look for love. I'm a cupcake. My God, is it that?
That reminds me of How I Met Your Mother. Have you met Ted?
My God, is a holy donut. Both literally and figuratively.
No dying. Again.
Stop trying to die. Hands above your head.
Jeez, breathe, man, breathe.
God, everybody knows that one, don't they?
Well, it expands the chest.
Yeah, I know. I didn't get that when I was younger. I thought it was a stupid game when I was what the hell? Did he hit his head on the fan?
I think he hit his head on the fan.
Bones, are you alright?
What did you do?
Did you hit the fan? Oh.
I banged my head on my fan, you cocksuckers!
I'm sorry, Boo.
Right at the base of my skull. I'm so lucky that wasn't a sharp object. I'd be fucking dead right now.
Okay, keep in mind I didn't start laughing until you called us cocksuckers. Poor Bones. Do we need to put a band-aid on it?
Oh God, that fucking hurt.
Remember to breathe.
Mommy. Oh God, that hurt. Why the fuck did I do that?
You did that because...
You're okay, Bones. It's okay. It's okay.
It's weird. It's like, what the hell are you guys on?
You okay?
Right?
You don't normally smile that much.
I think I just cracked my neck. What do you call it? Sprained my neck.
You just can't catch a break. Please don't break anything.
I stretched one of my neck muscles. Oh shit! 'Cause I hit and I pulled my head too hard the wrong direction. Ah, God, that hurt. I just snapped it back into place.
Oh, poor Cupcake.
Right here.
Okay. Cupcake's neck and head now hurts. I've got back issues.
I'm coughing like
She's
a
got
banshee.
issues in her chest area. Where are you today?
Kiki! Just Kiki.
Kiki's just Kiki.
Yeah. Here.
We're not even gonna go there. Just Kiki.
She's here. She's here.
We're all having issues. It's okay.
No. If you ever want to laugh, just make me hurt myself. It's always good for a laugh.
Well, watch your head on the fan because it's getting really close again.
Good fan. Keeps me honest.
Apparently, if you want to make Bones laugh, I have to fall in the hall and Grieve has to run for me.
No, literally,
That was
the three of
hilarious.
us are sitting here talking, and she gets up to go to the bathroom, and I hear this, like, didn't I, like, just hear, or no, he made a face or something.
Because he saw me fall.
I went,
And I looked up,
oh my
I
God,
looked
she's going.
and you're on the floor.
And Grieve's like, what? What? I'm like, go, she's falling. She turns around and she's watching her go down.
At that point, there was nothing I could do.
You still bounded over the bed like a deer.
My friend was hurt.
Yes, it's very
I
sweet.
needed to be comforted.
But you also need to get me up so the dog would get off me.
Yeah.
Don't you love that? You fall or something and like every animal in the house all of a sudden is right there.
Oh yeah, my people in the living room once couldn't hear that I fell in the kitchen, but all the animals were there, and I'm like, that's great, guys.
You're a lot of help.
I enjoyed falling down my stairs that one night a couple weeks ago. That was a fucking ball of laughs.
That wasn't enjoyment.
I hurt so bad everywhere. Oh my god.
Didn't we watch him fall down one time?
No, he like tripped on something and fall. No, he like actually fell down the stairs. Oh, poor Cupcake.
Poor Cupcake.
What happened was like I was wearing these like sports socks. They're like part nylon,
Mm-hmm.
and I like the back of my heel caught the edge of one of the steps, and I literally just fell flat backwards and slid down my basement stairs.
Oh.
And I actually grabbed for the railing as I went down, but I missed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, didn't get my hand wrapped around fast enough. So then I like pulled all the muscles in the right part of my shoulder because I did grab, but I didn't get a grip strong enough to stay on, so I yanked everything.
It's like when I fell out of that tree.
Yeah.
Watch out for that tree. No, I had climbed a tree, and me and my buddies have this tree. Well, it was there. It's not anymore. But
It's
part of it is no. It was there when I was doing it. I think because it was just sticking out of the side hill out at a river that we used to go hang out at.
Mm-hmm.
And we would hike to get to the spot because nobody was ever out there. Well, you'd climb out on this tree and be stupid and carve stuff into it on this branch.
Mm-hmm.
And I was out on it one day, which I had done a ton of times. Well, the branch breaks.
Oh, shit.
It goes out from underneath me, and of course your initial reaction is grab for something so you don't drop all the way.
Yeah.
And it's coming out of a hillside. So I'm going to go down and just tumble.
Mm-hmm.
I reached up to grab it with both my arms where the branch had broke to try to catch myself as I was falling.
Yep.
And just pulled my arms, and then I fall flat on my back and then start rolling down the hill. So...
That's always a joke.
I know what it feels like.
Isn't life grand? You can do spectacular accidents and survive, and then sometimes do like the minimalist looking thing, but it causes so much damage.
Right?
Sleep wrong, throw your back out.
Oh god, no.
Well, when I fell from that, I actually did end up pulling my shoulder out of joint and screwing up my back. I did not go to work that night or the next 2 nights.
I swear to God that you're actually like 10 or 15 years older than you say you are. Because there is like no end to your stories.
I've been through a hell of a lot, and I've lived a lot of places.
In 10 years.
Well, in our defense, I should say, we weren't forced to stay home and be good girls for our mother.
And I spent my childhood raising my 3 brothers and taking care of people, so I didn't have time to go do all of the stuff that you guys were capable of doing. I got into most.
Do anything until I showed up.
No, I did most of what I should have gotten done in my teenage years. I did in my 20s.
Well, no, I had.
And I'm still doing.
You.
Oh no, I didn't mean fun. I meant.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you
Is
weren't
it
a naughty
weird?
girl too.
Well, I spent the majority of the 2 years
I'm listening
between 14 and 16 having sex and getting stoned. So.
Woo! Nothing better than cold sex and hot pizza.
Wow.
Okay.
Are you okay?
I'm pretty sure I'm dying.
No, you're not. Please don't die.
You're not allowed to die until you redraft your will.
What now?
What are you?
Well, I've already
I
I'll be right back. I can get some water.
Okay, Bones, be careful.
Oh, he needs to redraft his will to leave all the anime stuff.
Yes.
Of course. Do you know what I find a fascinating word? Twinkie.
What do you
Oh
find?
my god.
Evan?
We're almost at 3 hours.
Oh, you know. Oh, yeah, we
Wow.
were trying to find a time filler while you were gone, and I was just like randomly like, you know what I find a fascinating word? Twinkies.
Here's why I'm coughing so hard. There's like a tickle in my chest.
Aww.
And so like if I talk too hard, I like vibrate some part of my chest. It just makes me cough. So if I don't say anything, I cough like once in a while. But if I like use the right volume, I tickle some part of my chest cavity, and I just start coughing. Anyway, what I was gonna say originally, that just kind of came to mind was, it's interesting to me that now that I have the money to fulfill my hobby, I don't have the time or the inclination.
That's okay, you can just buy it, send it out here, and we'll read it and watch it for you.
No.
Yeah!
No.
Yeah!
I'm good. I told my buddies I'm getting to the point now where like I want to hire an escort just to sit with me and watch anime.
Oh, God. Oh! Oh! You could fly us all out there?
I could, but I'm not making that much money.
You want to go to the land of snow? I know we need water, but jeez.
Yes,
I'll
I
go
want
to
to
the land of
snow.
You'd love it here right now. We're getting like 6 inches of snow.
Yay!
We had a green Christmas.
You got a green Christmas?
No, seriously, we had a green Christmas this year. It was above freezing.
No, we had a green Christmas. It was bright and sunny and warm and...
It was 35.
Oh my god, it was 3 or what? Yeah, I got that right. 3 degrees above freezing.
Yeah, here it was
Yeah.
it was like one of the hottest days.
I had to think about that for a minute.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? I think it actually got up to 80 something.
Did it really?
I think so in some parts of.
We did also sleep from about 2 p.m. to about 8 p.m.
Yeah, and we never called our friend to tell him to come over like we were supposed to.
Yeah, he thinks we hate him.
We don't hate him. Why does he think we hate him?
I'm joking.
Oh.
It was sarcasm.
So you relax.
I told him that you were hurt, I was hurt, and we kind of went home, passed out, and he started laughing. So.
Well,
So in other news, I coughed so hard there that last time I popped my shoulder.
Oh.
Ow. I just felt the pain.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm the one
So
that's
that's
supposed
super
to fall
awesome.
apart. That's my gimmick.
Yeah.
Well, my body's been falling apart for years. It's just the reconstructive surgery keeping me alive.
Just like my gimmick is falling over and tripping on prayer. That's two of my gimmicks.
Wow.
As soon as I stop coughing, I'll be truly
I've
happy.
been injuring myself for years now, okay?
Clearly it's my gimmick.
We are both older than you.
Okay,
You're
but you do
copying
this.
us.
You do this in like a general day-to-day thing. I actually do things that warrant me to get hurt.
I'm so happy I haven't had anything fall on me yet.
Oh god.
Oh god. Because I'm now working in a place where that's an actual plausible thing. Because right next to us is the plumbing department, and there's actual 500-pound bathtubs about 3 stories up that could fall off a rack and kill me.
Yeah.
You Knock on wood. Because that's what'll happen tomorrow, of course. I'll go to work and hey, a squash cupcake.
Cupcake.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have so much anime. There's a pile, like the regular pile is now overstocked, and I now have a pile growing on my computer desk.
You
Oh,
were
God.
earlier talking about buying more. You wanted to get one.
I already
piece.
bought more. I'm waiting on it.
No, but you were thinking about getting the 103 episodes of One Piece.
Oh, One Piece. Yeah, that comes
picture
out in
from
January.
No, but I thought I saw one.
Gesundheit. Put that devil back up your nose.
No, God, no, it's all.
I posted it on Facebook anyways.
But
Are you gonna get One Piece? Or are you still thinking about it?
I'm considering it. It's $90, so it's not exactly a cheap buy.
Yeah.
And I still haven't finished Inuyasha, so I kind of need to finish that. first.
Why are you torturing yourself other than the fact that you bought it?
What now?
Other than the fact that you bought it, why are you torturing yourself?
Because I have to finish everything I start. I'm one of those people. I can't. I have 3 seasons left to go and it'll be done, but they're the longest 3 seasons of the entire series. They're 5, 6, and 7.
Poor Cupcake.
Not to mention, I also have all Vicky Tosin now. Which actually isn't that hard to watch because I like boobies, but, you know. What? I'm not going to lie about it. I like boobies. I don't care if they're animated or not. Boobies are boobies.
Boobies are boobies.
Sometimes boobies are hilariously boobies. Like,
Yes.
it's like, dude, that's not even remotely what boobies do, and that is hilarious.
Oh, I gotta share the picture. I gotta share the picture. Kiki knows what I'm talking about, too.
Do I want to
I think
know?
it's on my imager. The internet is for porn.
Hmm.
The internet is for porn. Why you think the net was born? Porn, porn, porn.
Do you know what he's quoting?
Avenue Q. Oh, sorry.
I know I've heard it before.
I found something we need to showcase. I don't know if you can get the whole show. I know you can get that song.
There you
What
go.
song or what show?
Avenue Q.
Oh no. That's great.
That wasn't totally true for, like, the both of us, though.
Pretty much.
Boobies. Anime boobies. Not that anime's the only one that has silly boobies, but...
I mean, seriously. Look at this shit. Hang on. So, I've got Ruin Explorers to watch. I've got Ark the Lad, which is a good buy, might I add, because I've been going up in price all month. I got Yu-Gi-Oh! I've got Birdie the Mighty Decode. God, what else do I have sitting over here?
Oh, we were gonna watch that together, and then I got a massive migraine.
Yeah, you totally left me hanging. I hate you. No, I'm kidding.
I need to build my manga collection again. I want to start with getting back everything that I lost. And then
You could never go home.
I want to build on it.
Okay.
And I'm just going to continue my tutorial into the world.
I think it would be good for you to have a manga to read.
She actually got me watching
Who
Sailor Moon.
wants crazy anime boobies?
Oh!
She's not wearing a bra. Don't ask me how she's keeping her tits in her shirt.
Yeah.
There's a crotch flash.
Mhm.
Now that's
Oh, yeah. There you go.
fan.
You know, at least, though, that pose, while ridiculous, is legitimately plausible. Not how her clothes or boobs are reacting, but the pose itself. It's not like they've twisted her like a snake,
Mhm.
which they usually do.
No.
Or the boob butt pose, as we like to call it.
Mhm.
Only more so, because
Yeah.
they literally just break the spine and go whoosh!
Anyway.
And when I'm really lonely at night, I just watch me some of this, and then I'm able to sleep like a baby. Anyway, sorry. That was Yu-Gi-Oh! For all the viewers at home.
Card games on motorcycles!
Card games on motorcycles? I'm the I'm the gate seether. Or I'm sorry. How did he put that?
Huh?
He froze.
No, he
No,
didn't.
he didn't.
Oh my gosh. Up. Calm down. I can see the pixels moving. It's okay.
I couldn't, okay?
Well, you're not wearing your glasses.
I just automatically go to the
I don't
the
need
last
another one of
Spoon
you.
board game review. Wait, card games on motorcycles? Card games on motorcycles?
Was that a Batman car cake?
Was it a what now?
I don't think it's a cake. I think it's just a model. Oh, okay. I thought it was a.
Oh my god, it's signed by Kevin Conroy.
Nice.
I must find this person's house and steal it.
Okay.
I
So
mean,
give me the
Batman
street name.
What am I missing out on?
Batman.
Batman. But I own all of Arkham, whatever. Also the movies, because Batman movies. Damn it! Now I want baked goods.
Well, you are a
It's
cupcake.
2:00 in the morning. I don't want to drive to Walmart.
Be glad.
Well, it's the only place that's open right now with
Okay.
baked goods.
Be glad you have somewhere to drive at 2 in the morning to get that stuff.
What, you go to that?
You need to understand, I live in rich white suburbia. I could drive many places for baked goods at 2:00 in the morning. It's just that that's the closest.
Oh, that was adorable.
I'm not getting gas station priced baked goods. It's too expensive.
I'm also not
But-
driving to Dixon or to West Sac.
But why not?
But you will drive to Marysville? It's too late.
That was Audrey Hepburn. Mm-hmm. I could have told you that was Roman Holiday before the title came up. Mm-hmm. We've been talking for like 3 hours.
Woo!
Yep.
Yep.
Well, no, when I cut it down, I'll probably do like 2.5.
Yeah.
Oh well. That depends on how much you cut out. Suck it, Pat. Or, no, I'm Pat.
You
Kiki.
should cut it down to like half an hour. You
Suck it,
watch.
future Kiki. There we go. Because I'm Pat. Kiki, even though Pat.
She'll just cancel this episode.
No,
Fuck
your
it.
cousin Kiki.
It didn't happen.
You're never truly in the cousin.
Okay. Never mind. Yep.
That was an adorable. Oh my god.
You
That
know,
is
you
adorable.
guys are just what is going on?
There's a picture of a cat with a the Thai Beanie Baby tag hanging on its collar.
Nice.
I'm
And
sorry,
it
I'll stop
says,
scrolling
trying
down.
out his new costume.
Oh, nice.
What'd you say, Kiki?
I'll stop scrolling Tumblr. Otherwise, it'll just be cats, and occasionally birds and vagina.
It's distracting,
God
you know.
damn it,
I wanted to see what that
God
thing that
damn
said
it.
gay was about.
What gay
Super
thing?
Kami Guru.
I know I saw something. It was up here a bit. I was gonna make Kiki stop, but I didn't want to interrupt anybody.
What stuff with things and guys?
Huh?
Things with stuff and stuff with things.
Stuffing things into things.
What the hell?
Are you sure you didn't subconsciously just say it? Bitch here. I saw something. I mean, I know it's Tumblr, so gay is bound to come up everywhere.
Yeah, but how is she the only person who caught the word gay?
Because I'm so used to seeing it, I probably glossed over it.
See, if it had been the word boob or sex, I might have seen it. Oh, there you go.
See? Yeah, it's just a brand. Yeah, but it's just really weird to see something named that. Well, that's back in the day. It's what, Hairspray or something? And it says go gay. Yep. The first holding Hairspray with shine right in it.
Interesting. Very interesting.
It's okay, Hairspray. I'm clear enough for myself.
Ah, so Kiki's like strawberry, right? No, cupcake. I'm not like strawberry. I'm pansexual. Oh, so you're like rainbow sherbet. Slurp.
Oh, damn it. Somebody was using ice cream as a simple tool to qualify what bi was, and straight and gay were chocolate and strawberry. It was showing that bi isn't a mix of the two, it's its own separate thing, so it was showing it as strawberry ice cream. He was saying that I was clearly strawberry ice cream, and I was reminding him that I'm pan, not bi, and apparently I'm rainbow sherbet.
I would have gone with Neapolitan, but okay.
Why did I hear something like
Yes.
It's feedback.
Yeah. It's because it won't be on the recording, but it's because the speaker's further forward than it usually is, so it's being hit by the mic. No, it's fine.
You can move it up a little bit more.
It's still gonna get feedback just because, yeah.
I don't hear it.
That was that and the one where I made
Now we
puns
can't
for like
hear him.
10
Hang on, no,
posts.
Keep talking, Bones.
I say that and the one post on Tumblr where like we had like 10 back and forth posts of me making puns.
Oh.
I should have favorited that, but I never did. Excuse me. Sorry.
Alright, hang on. We can't hear you anymore. Hold this.
Yay! Everybody is dumb.
So
Well,
should I
okay,
get
we
up-
can hear that you're saying things, but you're so low we can't understand you.
Yay!
Oh,
There
crap,
it is.
there it goes.
Okay.
There's something wrong with my connector. Key.
Well, that's
Because I have a splitter back there, and I think it's dying out.
I was just about to make a joke about, so if I drop it and I die, should I go up on the roof first? Or should I just stand on the stairs?
The stairs would be less suspicious because people wonder how I got on the roof, or how you got on the roof in general.
No, I meant where I should go when I drop it.
Oh,
Same answer.
stairs would probably do more damage. Although selling your organs, you might be able to buy some.
When your friends are checking you out because of your organs, not the way your body
I
looks.
can't use your lungs, but everything else.
There's nothing wrong with my lungs.
You're a smoker. Your lungs are on the market.
You might be able to sell them cheap.
Well, I don't know. I might be able to sell them to the lab.
Yeah.
But I was thinking more black market organ trafficking for surgeries.
Yeah.
Anywho. Hi, Cupcake.
Yeah. How about them cupcakes?
Again, yay.
Oh, wow.
What?
Oh, nothing. It's just, yeah, I don't know.
Yes.
I cannot remember what the hell.
What the hell? What?
My train of thought is shot right now.
Well, the conversation seems to be dying down, and even though I'm past Kiki, I will someday be future Kiki. So, I think we should.
Okay, we'll call it quits just to make your life
Well,
easier.
that and I should go yell for my dumbass cat again.
Yeah, go do that. Yeah, go sleep, you mortal human beings. Cupcake will be over here coughing to death. Ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha! No more coughing for me!
Thank you once again for listening to the super happy fun Jabbertron Tea Party podcast with Kiki, Bones, Faith, and Grieve. Farewell.
Okay.
Well, good night,
Night,
Bones.
folks.
Night,
Night,
Bones.
Night, everybody.